Turn that shit up, mate.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Tryna catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-pound rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals.
Break that shit down, nigga.
AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner.
5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
drum rounds and cripple ops Draco. I got them all, you don't want no.
I got all those six, nigga.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleed. I keep it squeezing, leaving nigga bleed. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleed. I keep it squeezing, leaving nigga bleed.
What up? Peace and blessings to all y'all today, man. Peace and blessings. Well, today is the day. Fight day. I'm really excited about the day. We came on an hour early today because, you know, KQKC ain't here. So, hey, Dean, if you want to hop up here or anybody else want to hop up here, because Key's not going to be on for a little while later. Light Skin Business Salute. I'm going to drop the link so anybody want to hop up here, they can. All right, let me do my shout outs. Shout out to my guy, All Things, Peace and Blessings King. You always here, first and the last. Shout out to the Queen, Ariana, Peace and Blessings Queen. Shout out to my guy, Young World, the Traveler. Peace and blessings, King. My man, Dean, by all means. Peace and blessings, homie. I ain't seen you in a minute. The Boxing Menu Podcast. Peace and blessings. Light Skin Business. Peace and blessings, King. Frequent Flyer. Peace and blessings, King. Thomas Hill. The OG, the illustrious one. Peace and blessings. Now, I got that link in the chat. Thomas, you can hop up here. Dean, you can hop up here. Well, matter of fact, anybody want to hop up here, they can. Because Key's not going to be around for a while. So, you know, I just figured, you know, we're going to get this boxing talk going since we here, you know. Ain't no use to having no dead time. KQKC ain't here. Upper Echelon, he here to please for you, you know. Tonight, after the matches, me and Key will be doing the breakdowns of the fights. And we're going to break down every fight. I'm talking about Abdullah Mason. I'm talking about Troy Isley. I'm even talking about the Brandon Mendoza fight going against the Vargas boy. Because we got a good night of fights. Now, Top Rank, they usually don't put on the card this good, but hey, I'm kind of impressed this time. Plus, you know, they had a good budget for this fight. The De Los Santos fight, ESPN gave them a great budget to make this fight. So, you know, I got Mason knocking him out in 4 or less, Thomas Hill, 4 or less. I mean, he's fighting a pretty decent challenger this time. But like we said, the big fight is Quentin versus Brian Norman, Quentin Randall. So we're going to see what that one do. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people going for Quentin. I'm just saying that boy Brian Norman, he a handful. He young, he active. He gets it in. The boy has good punch placement, and he got great power. I mean, I think he's 24-0 with like 20 knockouts, ain't it? It's close. But, yeah. It's going to be good. Quentin Randall, see, and he also 11 years older than this guy. And I like the way he started at the press conference. We ain't friends up here, boy. He said, I will beat you like a kid. And usually when a person says something like that, that's action. We there. We there already. That's what we need to be right there. Hey, Thomas, hop on up, bro. But yeah, that's action. And so I want to see what Quentin, because everybody, I've seen Quentin, and he's a very prolific fighter. He's ahead of his time, but he's also 33. He's also the same age as Charlo and Earl Spence, and he hasn't put in as many fights. Honestly, Freako Fly, you think all this is to set up AJ and Wilder? Freaking, I've been waiting for AJ and Wilder for about 5 years now, bro. And I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not even sure AJ walks out of this fight unscathed. I think Otto Wilder might go ahead and sit AJ post-traumatic stress syndrome ass down, to be honest. My guy, Thomas, what's good, King?
Hey, yo, salute to you. I got an echo. Let me fix
I
it.
didn't hear it.
No?
No, it's not echoing here.
Okay, well, yeah, man. I think that Quentin Randall, Brian Norman fight gonna be something spectacular, bro. I think that the build up is there. I think the disregard and the disrespect from both sides is there.
Well, see, Norman had respect at first. It was Quentin. See,
Yeah,
Quentin trying to make a name for himself because he 33 and only has 14 fights.
Right.
He's at the twilight of his career, so he needs this fight right here.
Yeah, I think it means much more to him.
Yeah, because when you usually get this age right here, a lot of fighters retire at the age of 35, 36. He 33 and he only got 14 fights. He ain't really had no huge fight. So this is really a huge fight for him right here, if you think about it. Shout out to my guy, Big Dose.
Big Dose. Baby boy.
Oh, that's my cousin right there, Big Dose. He's on our label, my cousin. Yeah. Call him G Stacks. He got a lot of tracks.
But yeah, so I think
peace and blessings, King. Peace and blessings to the Snoop. You say what, Thomas?
Yeah, I think that this fight is going to be entertaining from opening bell to finish.
Hey, honestly, that's 3 big fights right there. That's Brian Norman and Quentin Randall.
Yeah.
Then you got Emmanuel Navarrete and Robinson Casasiao. Then you got Shakur and De Los Santos. I like all 3 of those fights right there. All 3 of those fights. I used to do music frequent. Yeah, we used to have a label, and I used to be I had a contract with Grand Hustle Frequent back in 2008. But I violated my federal parole, so I had to go back and finish doing my federal time. See, I had did 8.5 off my 122 month bid. And after I violated, I had to go do the rest of my time.
Yo, my man, All Things. What's good with you, baby boy?
All Things be having me cracking up, boy.
Yeah, he be having me dying. Him frequent be having me rolling, bro. Like, I
have to remember not to take frequent flyers serious. I'd be like,
hell yeah,
you be trolling, man.
Yeah, you do.
Getting frequent be trolling sometimes because sometimes he be seeming so sincere with what he's saying, and you be like, I know a nigga is not this damn dumb.
Yeah, nah, he be playing around, man. I be having me dying. But yeah, man. I mean, I think all 3 fights are going to be great fights. I know that in 2 of those fights, well, all 3 of those.
That's
fights,
what's up, Young World. Not Young World. We have a group like my people still got a record label they call Chop House Music out there in Greensboro, North Carolina. They produced Nicki Minaj's first CD, and like they still do stuff with Titty Boy, with 2 Chainz. Busta Rhymes, Jadakiss used to be down there with us all the time. Like Jadakiss used to always come to North Carolina and chill with us. Him, Style, Sheik, like we used to have everybody down there, and like they got the beats and stuff that they did on their web page. But like, yeah, we used to be heavy in it. When I first came home from prison, I was opening up for Plies on tour, but I couldn't do all the tour dates because my federal parole officer was like, nah. We was gonna have to pay the marshal like $15,000. The U.S. Marshal, we gonna have to pay them over $15,000 for me to make all the tour dates. So we was like, hell with that.
Yeah, damn.
It was 3 marshals. We was gonna have to pay all 3 of them.
Hey, Miss Raina.
Yes, sir. Miss Raina be in here all the time. One of the mothers of the chat.
Shit, right. Like with 2 of those cards in particular, like you said, you got people that's looking to stay relevant and looking to make something big in this sport. So those fights gonna have added intrigue in it, and they going against young lions.
Yeah, because Navarrete has 1 loss. Robinson Casasiao has 2. But honestly, if you want to be correct, I would say Rubens got 1 loss.
Yeah.
because I feel like Roly did bust him
Yeah,
up.
he beat that fool. No, I still can't believe it. They gave that boy that fight. I was like, yo, there's a couple of fights I done seen lately where they just give people dubs for no damn reason at
Yeah,
all.
but Oscar Valdez, like I said, Oscar Valdez, like he got busted up by Robert Casasiao, and he was on PEDs, so he should have won that fight against Valdez, but they took it from Valdez was a bigger name, so they took it from Casasiao. Like I said, I think the only person that really beat him was Shakur.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's how I see it too. Yeah. It's very much in the same vein as when your boy Tio lost that fight to Sandor Martin. It's no way you look at that fight and see that.
Yeah, Sandor dropped that man twice with 2 check hooks.
And outlanded the man. I'm like, yo, what fight were you watching?
And see, if you think about it, before the fight started, I was in KQKC and I told everybody Sandor was going to win. I was like, y'all forget. Sandor beat Mikey Garcia, who was a champion at 140.
A great fighter.
Yeah, Mikey Garcia was Mikey Garcia. They called him the nigga killer because, he had just took out Robert Easter, Adrian Broner. So, he was going for the next in line. And he said he's seen something in Spence.
Yo, I'm gonna be real with you, man. A lot of people don't give Mikey Garcia the proper respect he deserved, man. He was a great fighter.
Yeah, I wish he'd have fought the fight at 120 like I wanted him to. Him and Yurikus Gamboa was supposed to fight.
Yeah, that would have been a great fight. That would have been a real good fight. But yeah, that's one of the things that I think they must try to look at, especially going forward, man. Because I think that this card over here, this day of reckoning card, I think it's showing people the way, man. You get everybody on board, you take it to a platform where they can provide the bread, man. You can do some big numbers on that night, like. So if they can get that going, man, they need to clean up some things. Like, I honestly believe they need to have a display above the ring on all sides of the ring where it displays the 10 count. And the guy that's responsible for the 10 count when he's being distracted in the ring should be able to follow along too, so that we could see that. I think that
the line just keeps track of the count as well.
Oh yeah. That's the guy with the white gloves, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that way that you can't have no misappropriations of counts and stuff like that, or people getting extended time. Likewise, like things where the knockdown was, I wish they could bring instant replay in, man, because you could clearly see that wasn't no damn low blow, man. And my man was out. He had that damn wind knocked out of him for about good 2 minutes. 2 minutes, man. He wasn't gonna be able to get up and continue. In that Dubois fight with Usyk, they need to do things to help with like officiating errors and judging errors. Like they need to have like strict restrictions on them for if they do something that's totally egregious. And then I think that they need to make sure that it's universal along the ways with everything that implies with gloves. I think the gloves should be selected at that time, and then I think they need to be kept by the council until they get into the ring and given to them, so that if anything goes wrong with the gloves, it's the council's fault. Likewise, I think they should not allow people to have supplements in one region and they can't have them in this region. Everything should be universal and streamlined so that they could even out these playing fields. Hey, One, what's up with you? A1 Hoop Zone. My God, Black all day. What's good with you? Frequent flyer, my guy. What you feeling like today, man? I know you feeling good, so what's the deal?
You ready to fly.
I know, hey, cause this fight, man, hey, people can say what they want to say, man, but you about to find out exactly what Shakur is, because everybody saying
what people say about levels.
Yeah, exactly. They don't understand, bro. They don't understand. The dude show it every fight, and you can't see it. I don't understand that.
Shout out to the emperor of the light skinned people, A1 Hoop Zone. Peace and blessings, Emperor.
My God, that's the guy right there.
Yeah, he the emperor of the light skinned guys.
For sure. I ain't mad at you, A1. Go on and
Brian
yeah,
King Falcon. Salute, King. Hey, Brian. I'm Brian King. I'm glad you enjoying the other channel. I've been dropping that content on the other channel back to back. And Thomas, if you ain't checked it out, I done dropped 5 videos on that other channel.
Yeah, I checked the videos out, but you ain't done a live in a minute though, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna start back doing lives after Thanksgiving. You know,
Okay.
I'm giving the channel a chance to grow. I done gained like 60 subscribers so far in the last week. So I'm trying to give it a chance. Yeah, I'm trying to give it a chance to grow. So when I do go live, we have a lot more subscribers there. So it won't be 12 and 10 people in the damn chat. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. Hey, y'all, I want to shout my man Big Dose out, man. I was watching on Just not too long ago, and he was like, man, I went back and looked at a fight with Shakur, man. You know that Nakatia fight. And he was like, you know, the narrative is that he just
J.A. Dixon. Go ahead.
Hey, my man, J.A. Dixon, what's good with you, bro? Brian King B. Falcone. The young lion himself. What's good? Bullet Gibson in the building. What's good with you, Bullet? That's my guy right there. That link is up there. I mean, you might have to drop that link again.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my new channel right there. That's the Upper Echelon Man right there. Bullet Gibson, peace and blessings, King. J.A. Dixon, peace and blessings, King.
Yeah, Bullet Gibson can tell you about that Upper Echelon Man talk. It'd be real. I heard Bullet Gibson done put some real Dean by any means is in the building.
Yes, sir. So if y'all haven't subscribed to that channel right there, y'all missing out.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, Ariana, it's right there, Ariana. It's called the Upper Echelon Man. You know, Key, she helps me on that channel too. Me and her co-host on that channel as well. You know, it's a high value man and a high value female. You know, we just run through topics like the dating scene and how, you know, men and women, you know, how they react and how not to be a low value, low hanging fruit of a man, you know, how to, you know, make yourself more, you know, appealing to the woman and not to be a simp. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's teaching men to know their value as well and know that a person can only do what you allow it.
For sure. And it also helps the women get in proper context.
Yeah, and it's also helped the women, you know that what the men want and, you know, how to make themselves invaluable to a man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good commentary, good talk, excellent topics, and, you know, food for thought.
Yeah, that's what Brian King put on my video earlier today. He called me Upper Samuels. Appreciate that. Oh, Ariana, that's the channel right there. I've been dropping videos. We ain't going back live until after Thanksgiving Day.
Hey, but hey, you think you can drop this other link up in here? I see some people up in the building that might want to come up here and cook with you.
Yeah, I'll drop it.
Young World Superstar. What's the hey? Did you put that drop for OGs? Young World. I remember you was about to get that station break drop.
Upper Echelon. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, baby.
Loud and clear.
Thomas Hill, what's going on?
Now you got the best hand, man. Talk to me. Tell me what the deal is.
You know, if I had your hand frequent, I'd cut mine off.
For sure. Throw that Mickey Freaky in the pit.
No, this dude, De La Santos, though, didn't he fight that guy Venezuela?
Rayo?
Yeah, El Rayo. He beat him.
Well,
Busted him up.
Ain't he trained by Robert Garcia?
No, not in that fight though. He was at first, and then he left and went to Benavides.
Nah, he was trained by Garcia in that fight.
In that fight, he was trained by Robert Garcia. I thought it was Benavides.
Nah, he went to Benavides afterwards.
Oh,
ain't that the same dude that they was talking about leaking sparring footage or conversation about him hurting Teofimo Lopez or something like that?
I don't think that was El Rayo.
You know, it might have been Morataya.
It was somebody.
It might have been
somebody.
He could have. I remember them talking
I
about.
thought it was Muratalla that hurt Tio.
Yeah, I think it was more tired.
That dude Venezuela was saying that he hurt somebody in sparring too. I thought it was Tio. He said he hurt him or whatever. Robert Garcia was talking about it too.
Jay
You know,
Grant Jr. Salute,
it's
King.
possible though, bro, because it is sparring, bro. Like I don't really place great stock on sparring. Only time I ever like, say for instance, like people want to bring up the sparring with Tank. Most of the times, people are working on things and they trying to get a feel for a different type of an opponent. And then like it's like Bruce Lee. I like it to the Bruce Lee films, man. They would always have some people that they want to test their kung fu against his kung fu. So while they going through a scene, this don't go as scripted. And then Bruce get a feel of it and like, oh, okay, so this is a lesson now. I gotta teach him my mother. So I think that's the only time you can really play stock on it when they try to break script and try to like get their stuff on. Like that's what Up did that video about the thunderstorm.
I just debunked.
What about that? What about that story about Frank Martin though, when he sparred Tank or whatever? Supposedly he wasn't even there to spar and nothing like that. They he had to use like a spare pair of Mayweather gloves and everything to get in there and spar. I heard Tank wanted to spar him.
Yeah, but this man, because he was faster and Tank wanted to work on some things. See, this is why I say I just debunked the notion about sparring and fighting, right? It's like we had to do Kevin Superstorm Johnson, right? He beat the hell out of Devin Haney in sparring. He beat the hell out of Shakur in sparring. He said he beat Tank up in sparring, right? But we seen him, like the dude showed that, hey, he was running on the back foot from Tank, right? But we seen him working Shakur. Right? And we seen him working Devin Haney, right?
Yeah.
So he worked that's three of the best boxers in the business right there. And he sit there and destroyed them in sparring per se, right? Then I sat there and told y'all and showed y'all that after that he got in the ring and fought the African, which is Richardson Hitchison. The man barely won 2 rounds. Richardson Hitchison beat that man 8-2. Some announcers said they thought it was 10-0. You feel me? Some announcers said they didn't even give him 2 rounds, but officially he lost 8-2. Now, if he was doing them guys like that in sparring, if you watch the fight, Richardson Hitchison destroyed that man in that ring. Destroyed him. He was easy work. Richardson was picking him off. And Richardson ain't got power like that, but he has precise shots. He was beating the wheels off of this guy, man. The wheels.
Yeah, it's a big difference between sparring and fighting because you got lighter gloves and you don't got headgear on.
Exactly.
Your purpose is to get the other guy up out of there too. That's the biggest difference. You going in there with the intention to get him up out of there by any means deemed. You know what I'm saying?
And you're gonna walk into some shots that you wouldn't. And you're gonna walk into some shots that you wouldn't if you didn't have the headgear on. You probably wouldn't walk in on it.
Facts, them fed, and like you said, the bigger gloves too. I mean, they cushion it, a lot of the blows, but on top of that, like he said, man, you demolishing Tank, you demolishing Shakur, and you demolishing Devin. Then why are you struggling with Richardson Hitchens? Like you should be able to handle him as well too. And I get it, you can have an off night, man. Anything is possible, but at the same time, it's like, it's sparring. So like I don't play stock on sparring like that, man. It just gives you a feel of what you can go against in the ring, but in the ring, it's a whole different. Them lights get on you, it's a whole different feeling. And I don't know, man. So he could have gotten off on T.O. Anything is possible. I seen somebody somebody did. I think it was more Ty that knocked him out though, knocked him down.
Supposedly he floored T.O.
It could have been.
He was saying.
It could have been. Royal was a good prospect, bro. He too open. He's 7'11". Hey, yo, Jay Grant, man, if you got time, man, come on up. Bullet, Big Dose, you damn sure know you can come up. Bullet, too.
Dean, what's up, Dean?
What's up, fellas, man? How y'all doing, man?
You got the best hand. D, talk to us.
Man, listen here, y'all. I'll say this, man. When it comes to see the thing people don't know about sparring, y'all know I'm from Philly, man. So I could give like what people don't understand about sparring is they're going and they're working on different things. If you fighting Javante, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, they're not walking in there trying to knock your head off. They're trying to get work in.
Yeah.
So people don't understand the difference. When it's no different if I'm slap boxing a guy from when we really fighting. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm slap boxing you, I'm not trying to show y'all all my skills. We out there playing. If I'm really fighting, that's when I'm gonna bring in everything I got. It's not going to just be we working on this. Back me to the ring. Back me up to the ropes. Let me see how I do on rope work. Back me into the corner. Let me see how I'm gonna react into the corner. Let me see how I'm reacting to pressure if you throwing a lot of punches. Everything is getting worked on the sparring. So I put zero. Absolutely nothing into sparring. I hate that these guys even put these videos out there. First of all, what happened to the sacredcy of sparring? What happened to the sacredcy of the gym? Why is y'all putting this stuff out there for the world to see? That is not the world's business. What happens you know that saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? Well, what happens in sparring is supposed to stay in sparring. It's like guys want to win fights through sparring instead of actually in the ring. But how y'all feeling about this fight tonight, man? I'm excited, man. Shakur Stevenson going to show the world. Listen, man, I keep telling everybody he's special, man. He is special, man. I know what my eyes see, and my eyes don't deceive me too much. But I will say you're only supposed to believe half of what you see and only half of what you hear. So he got something to still prove. De Los Santos a power puncher. De Los Santos got a little boxing skill to him. He's about a C+ boxer, but I just think Shakur is going to. This is how I think the fight gonna go, y'all. First 6 rounds, they gonna be filling each other out. De Los Santos may get 2 or 3. Once it get to that 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th round, I think Shakur gonna wash him. It's gonna be clear as day. 10-9, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9. I don't see Shakur knocking him out. TKO, like I hear a lot of people saying. I don't see that happening because Shakur hasn't shown me he got enough pop. It's different when you do it against guys who ain't got that much pop themselves. But when you're doing it against a guy who a power puncher, a little bigger in stature, I got to see you do it. So I just go with the unanimous decision. But I really think that second half of the fight, he's going to dominate.
Yo, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I want to see how Shakur going to respond to the power.
That's what I'm looking for.
If De Los Santos can actually catch him clean, you know.
Exactly.
He seemed like he real good with throwing with somebody, you know. It seemed like that's how he get his punches in. He's throwing with people. It don't look like he got them.
See, you knew you was about to start
Just
talking.
mix it up.
You got to repeat that last part, bro, before mix it up because you kind of like zoned out.
Oh, I was saying it don't seem like he really set people up for punches. It seems like he just throw with you. Not Shakur. I'm talking about De Los Santos.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about De Los Santos. Yeah, we know what Shakur do, you know.
But I will say this, y'all. We gotta give De Los Santos his credit. He was calling the man out and got the fight done. And then everybody, and y'all hear me on channels week after week. Thomas Hill, no, day after day. Do what these guys are doing. Y'all claim y'all want to fight so much. Well, all I know is De Los Santos ain't had one interview in the last 6 months where he wasn't calling out Shakur Stevenson. Next thing you know, they fighting. Ryan Garcia. I think
that only happened because the other fight fell through, though.
No, because of the Frank Martin fight fell through. But I think he still would have wound up. Put it like this, Frequent. The Frank Martin fight was a bigger fight, of course. But I still think that after the Frank Martin fight, because he would have had one more fight left with Top Rank, he still would have fought De Los Santos, regardless. So that's just Frank being a duck. But I still got to give De Los Santos credit for doing what he took to make the fight. I got to give him credit for that.
Y'all still trying to say Frank ducked, man?
Y'all saying that Shakur ducked Haney? Shakur ducked Haney.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. You can't say Frank duck. You ain't gonna say Shakur duck.
You know
He
why,
did the same
Frequent?
thing, man. It's the
No,
same
it's not the same thing,
25%.
Frequent. The part y'all always leave out, Frequent. I don't know why you just keep going over your head. He agreed to the fight. Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney.
He said he
Hold on,
did.
Frequent. Hold on. First of all, they didn't. If Devin Haney really wanted to fight, Devin Haney would have offered him the minimal percentage that the sanctioning body did, so they wouldn't even have had to go that far. I know Devin Haney know that 25% was lower than what he should have been offering Shakur Stevenson. I know he knows that. That's number one. Second of all, Frank Martin accepted the fight. They was in the midst of promoting the fight, and then he backed out. That is a duck.
How you in the
Shakur
midst of
Stevenson
promoting the
say,
fight with no
hold on, Frequent.
he
If
didn't
Shakur
sign the
Stevenson
contract.
say, hold on, if Shakur Stevenson say, I agreed to fight Devin, then I would be with you that he ducked him. If we started doing promotion for the fight, I would agree. You ducked. But to act like that's the same situation, it's not. He agreed to the fight, and then once he thought he should be getting more, after looking over the paperwork, he's Frequent, the part you're leaving out, you don't agree to something that he saw the contract prior to agreeing. He knew where
He said he didn't.
Huh?
He said he didn't. He said he didn't see the contract. He said he agreed to fight him. He told him, said he'll fight him. He said his team, you know what I'm saying, worked the deal, whatever. He said when he saw it, he said, nah. He didn't say that he agreed to.
So hold on, Frequent.
Everything.
So he admitted that his team saw it. You expect me to believe that somebody sets up a fight for you and you don't know what's going on? Because if you did do that, then you are just a terrible businessman. Frequent, is you going to have your agent go set you up a deal and you not know what's going on?
Okay, so you saying
yeah. So my point is he can't.
So you think
that was
Frank
an
lying
excuse.
then?
That was an excuse to show that he's ducking even more, because there's no way that your team, being Earl Spence and them, who are stand-up guys, went and did something without your knowledge. I refuse to believe that. They just signed the contract for you.
But this what y'all never let me explain. I always get cut off or put on mute or something at this point right here. Devin Haney offered Shakur 25%. At that point in time, it was just a voluntary fight. The WBC wasn't involved and none of that. Shakur was ranked number 2 in the WBC at that time, number 1 in the WBO. If you look at all of the purse splits in the other sanctioning bodies, they're 25%. The WBC is the only one that's 30%. But y'all keep acting like, oh, he offered them lower than what he was supposed to get. No, it wasn't a WBC mandated fight. It was a voluntary fight at that point. And the majority of the sanctioning bodies, which he had all of the belts, the majority of them, the lowest is 25. So he took it to the lowest one. The majority is 25%. The WBC is the only one that's 30%.
Frequent.
And y'all
what you saying to be valid, sir? Only you cannot say somebody ducked somebody when they went to the sanctioning body to set a fight up, because the fight only didn't happen because Devin said no. If Devin would have said we could continue negotiations, the fight would have happened. You're acting like Shakur Stevenson. I hear where you're coming from, but then you keep skipping. You can't talk about us skipping facts, but then you start skipping facts. He could have continued negotiating. Hold on. He could have continued negotiating through the sanctioning bodies. Because guess what, Frequent? Do you think if he was fighting Gervonta Davis and Gervonta Davis said, we're going to go to the sanctioning bodies, he would have walked out of negotiations? No, because it would have been a big payday. So
Shakur said he wanted no less than 50%, though.
That's not up for Shakur to decide, though, Frequent. That's why he went to the sanctioning bodies. That's not his decision. And you keep forgetting. I like how you said that. But you also didn't say that Shakur said whatever the sanctioning bodies come up with, I would agree to. So exactly. Quote the man all the way. Don't quote him halfway. Of course, Frequent. If you Shakur Stevenson, why wouldn't you want 50%? If you could get 50%, I need you to answer me, Frequent.
Because you don't deserve 50%. That's why.
Frequent,
you don't have no belt.
Man what he deserves. Frequent, who are you to tell a man what he
when
deserves?
When in the history of boxing has that ever happened that somebody undisputed gave 50% to a challenger, a mandated challenger? Explain to me when that ever happened.
Hey, Frequent, when you negotiate,
I'll wait for you to bring up the names.
I'm about to ask you. So you mean to tell me you're going to go in negotiations and not highball it first? That's how negotiations work. I'm going to
No,
ask
they
for the maximum I think I can get. The part you keep leaving out, it's not up to Devin or Shakur what it don't matter what Shakur said. You keep talking
I
about what
know.
Shakur wanted. It doesn't matter. Once he went to the sanctioning body, it's out of both of their hands at that point. Devin said no and made another
Yo,
fight.
Shakur,
That
I
happened.
think
You could talk about, hold on, Frequent. You could talk about what Shakur wanted, what he said, all you want. But none of that actually matters when he actually went to the sanctioning body. Because if we're going to just go off of what people say, Bob Arum just said they never offered him anything.
and I think that's the dumbest thing too that y'all trying to say like the 25% never even happened. Like
I
it's
ain't say that. I'm telling
imaginary
you what
when
Bob Arum
Shakur
said.
himself. I know, but that's stupid for him to even say that the 25% didn't happen at all. If Shakur himself is acknowledging the 25%, now everybody running with, oh, the 25% wasn't even real. Bob said it never even happened. That's stupid. Bob must have been asleep again,
But Frequent, what I'm trying to
or
get
his
you to understand,
credibility is shot or something.
no fighter that is in Shakur Stevenson position is going to take 25% and he doesn't have to. You cannot tell a man what he deserves, sir. That is not for you to decide. You are not Devin Haney or the sanctioning bodies.
I
That is
understand.
for
I
them to
understand that.
decide. No, you did. You just said he don't deserve that. That is not up for you
This
to
is
decide.
this is
Shakur
what this
Stevenson is
will.
no, you can't say that he don't deserve something when he's top 3 of the lightweights in the division, period. And really, because what I'm saying is, Frequent, I will bet you anything, Frequent. You just said he don't deserve it. Frequent, me and you can have a bet just between me and you that
I
if
don't
Shakur
bet. I'm a
Stevenson and
Muslim,
Devin,
and we don't bet, yo.
hold on, we could bet push-ups. If
You're a
Shakur
Muslim too. You
Stevenson,
don't supposed to bet.
hold on,
But
if Shakur
look at it in
Stevenson,
hindsight, though. Look at it in hindsight, though, Dean.
hold on,
Can
let me
you
finish my point,
honestly
Shakur.
look at
Let me
this whole
finish. Let me
thing? Can you
finish.
honestly look at this whole thing and tell me that you think Shakur made the right decision? Like he's in a better off position now. If he would have took the 25%,
I was
he
about
would have
to
been
explain
fighting
it,
for
but
undisputed. He may never be undisputed now.
that's not true.
That
He may not never be undisputed because Shakur Stevenson has said that he has plans on going to 140 right now. So you don't know he already about to fight for one belt. So you're speaking on your
yeah.
feelings. You're speaking on
I'm
your
not speaking
feelings and
on
not
feelings. I'm
fact.
talking about how long it's going to take for him to
It might not
look at
take
all
that
he got to
long.
go through.
It won't take that long if Devin Haney just dropped the belts and stop acting like he coming back to 135. So we're not even
Yo,
going to get on that
he gonna have
discussion.
to fight all these other people or whatever to try to get undisputed. He could
Okay,
have had
there's
it in
nothing
one
wrong with
shot.
that. Earl Spence did it. What's wrong with that? He's only
And
26,
look
25 years old.
how long did it take Errol Spence to do all of that?
Hey, but Frequent, the part that you're missing, brother, the part that it just keep going over your head. You talking about what the man deserved, but I guarantee you 100 push-ups, guaranteed that if Shakur Stevenson gets announced versus Devin Haney in Vegas, he would be the favorite. That's why he deserves more. I
Yo,
guarantee you,
that don't got nothing to, who's the favorite
yes,
don't got
it
nothing to do with
does.
who's getting more. How that
Frequent.
got to do
I'm about to
how does
explain it.
being the
Frequent.
favorite have anything
Frequent.
to
If
do with
Hey,
getting 50?
I cut in real quick. Hey, Dan, this my thing, bro. I really don't think Shakur or Martin ducked. But if you gonna keep it 100, if you say Martin ducked, you gotta say Shakur ducked because both the fights didn't happen for the same reason. They both
They
wanted.
deluded,
no,
man.
that's
They
not
don't
They
want to
true.
both
see
Hey,
the
hold
wanted
on for
more.
1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me shout out A1 Hoop Zone with the $10 super chat. He said, I repeat, all them ducking each other until the MF's fight is made. Only one motherfucking fighter has complete control on picking who he wants to fight. Period. All right, y'all
right.
get it.
Uh, 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 they both the fights didn't happen because they both wanted more money, regardless of the additives that people put on. Well, Shakur went to the sanctioning body. Well, it didn't matter. He still didn't get the fight. He didn't get the fight. People say,
He didn't get the fight because Devin backed out.
Dean. Hold on, Dean. People say that Devin Haney left the negotiation.
That's a fact.
Yes, he left because he was willing to pay him a certain percentage, and Shakur wasn't willing to take that percentage. So if Tank offered Devin 25% and Devin don't take it, well, then I can't fault Tank for moving on because Tank the A side in that situation. Just like Devin was the A side in that situation. Devin was undisputed champion. He had 4 belts. They wasn't just fighting for 1 belt, man. You know what I'm saying? So Martin didn't leave the negotiations until they said, no, we not giving you no more
First of
money.
all, Martin never left the negotiations. He already agreed to the fight. Shakur and them never even got to that point. So that's where y'all, hold on. That's where y'all wrong at. Y'all saying it's the same thing. The same thing means it has to be the same thing. The same thing means it has to be the same thing. Hold on, brother. I'll let you talk, brother. I'll let you talk. You just said it was the same thing. No, it's not. Because one fighter agreed to the fight and they was getting ready to fight, and the other fighters never even got to sit down at the table to talk about it. So to say that it's the same thing, it's not. Hold on, I'm not finished, brother. Stop cutting me off. If Tank Davis would have offered Devin Haney 25%, what he generates is way different than what a Devin Haney generates. Tank Davis 25% is more than. Remember when Devin said it was more than he offered all 4 of them? We know guaranteed that Tank Davis 25% will be more than both of them have made combined together.
Hold on. If we doing numbers right, Devin made 8% of what Tank made in his last fight with his Loma fight. 8%. So if Tank was to give Devin 10%, would that be a lowball offer? Or would that be a fair offer? Because he just made 8% with Loma, and that was his biggest payday. So if Tank give him 10%, is that a lowball offer or not? I want to hear y'all think on that.
Yes, a lowball offer because we dealing with percentages.
But this is what I'm saying.
We're dealing with percentages.
No, but listen, this is what I'm saying though, Frequent. 8% was his biggest payday.
In 2022, Devin was the highest paid lightweight.
No, he wasn't.
2022, Devin was the highest.
He was. No, it's not a lie. He was because of the zone was throwing out. The zone was throwing a bunch of money away. That's why the zone. He's not a big deal with the zone.
I'm about to explain that. In 2022, he was not the highest paid.
Yes, he was.
No, listen. In 2022, what he made with the Kambosos fights did not make him the highest paid. He had the highest guarantee in any fighter in lightweight. Because Tank made over
guaranteed.
Tank
I
don't
bet
get
you $100. I bet you $50 right now that if you Google it, it's gonna say Devin was the highest paid lightweight.
That's what he's explaining.
That's what they're saying in Google. You can write what you're saying in Google. I'm telling you, without the guarantee, in the guarantee he was, bro. But do you know Tank made over $10 million in one fight?
That back end bread.
He fought twice. Tank averages around $10 million a fight with his pay-per-view money in 2022, but they only tally up the guarantee because they don't put all that down. But you know, Tank did 2 pay-per-views over $300K.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he gets percentage.
Both of them was up. Both of them was up there, but that's why Leonard Ellaby was talking about. You know, they wouldn't really have the money to pay Devin Haney if they made a fight between them.
Hold on, Frequent.
Because Devin Haney was making
Frequent. Hold on, bro. Hold on for a second. Terrence Crawford is slated that he made more money than Earl Spence did, right? Because of his guarantees. But Earl Spence made $17 million when he fought Mikey Garcia in back end money. It's the difference.
It's a big difference.
They only count the guaranteed money. Devin has not made more than Tank in overall in any year. And I'm just being honest. That's the fact.
Oh yeah, I see that.
First of all, you can't compare a fighter that got 1 pay-per-view to a fighter that's putting on every pay-per-views for his last 5 to 6 fights. So by definition, more means more. Is it more or not? In total, in one fight, you fight Kambosos, I fight Issa Cruz. When the tally, once the fight is done, everything is in. Did you make more money than me? No, never in his life.
I don't know. How much did both of them make?
Tank made over $10 million in each of his last fights.
He was just talking about 1 year, Dean. But
Frequent, you gotta count the pay-per-view numbers too, bro. You can't just count just one side of it because all of it's going in his bank account.
Tank has been doing pay-per-views the last 3 years, man.
Okay,
the last 3 years he's been doing pay-per-views.
Yeah, it ain't even close, bro. And on top of that, man, 5% off.
I'll say this. I don't know.
Whatever he's made in his career.
I
on
don't
the
know
back end.
before 2022. I mean, before 2020, I don't know if he was getting more than Tank before 2020 because Tank wasn't doing pay-per-views. His guarantee might have been higher than Tank's in 2020, but once Tank started doing the pay-per-views, it's a whole different ball game. It's like comparing Crawford's revenue to Spencer's revenue. It doesn't even matter. Dr. Mark, salute King, peace and blessings.
Dr.
Alan
Mark.
Dran, peace and blessings. Look, Tank's opponent has won more than Devin has in his whole career. Ryan Garcia with 30 million.
Yo, and on that note too, you can't hold to every word that the Haney team say, because they said I offered him a fight that would have made him more than he's had in his whole career. And Shakur done made $3 million on his last 3 fights. So that's like $9 million. That fight was not gonna give him $9 million on just them 3 fights alone. His whole career. So like they say what they say.
Yeah, Devin ain't never made $9 million in a fight.
My point exactly.
He give Shakur $9 million.
We don't know the details and all of that though.
Bro, Bill
know.
Haney just
They're
came up
talking
there and
about how-
said what they made. Frequent flyer, we do know the details. Do you want us to
No,
believe him or not?
I'm not talking about what he made. I'm talking about on
The
Devin
contract.
Haney versus Shakur. Yeah, Devin Haney versus
Bro,
Shakur
look,
fight.
look,
You know, that would
means-
probably generate
check this out,
more
bro.
than
Check
both
this
of
out.
them made.
Check this out. No, check this out. That means Bob Aaron will have to at least put up $20 million for the fight in guarantees. Bob Aaron didn't want to put up more than $10 million for Earl and Crawford, bro. So there's no way he was gonna put up no $20 million for Devin and Shakur, especially when Devin just broke even with him and Loma. It's not
Bob
possible, bro.
And that's a
No,
bigger
it's
fight.
not. Bob's not
Not
cheap.
exactly.
Like him and Devin and Loma just did 150,000 buys, bro. You gotta realize
That's not bad though.
pay-per-view stars yet, bro.
That's better than what Terrence Crawford did.
Yeah, he did better than all 4 Terrence Crawford's fights. And I
And now
said
you
that
see-
before. I've seen
People
it
look at
before.
150 like it's bad, but y'all
hold
just
on.
start going off.
No,
Y'all just
150
measuring it to Tank.
150 is breaking
Tank
even.
just do phenomenal.
No,
That's
bro.
all.
150 is breaking even. No promoter wants to break even. They want to at least
And
gain.
upper, the part that they fell in a mention is that they did 150 pay-per-view buys, but the arena was not sold out. And most of the fans in there was Loma fans. We all watched the fight. The boos and ahs was way louder for Loma than it was for Devin. Devin was getting booed when he was leaving the ring and the seats wasn't filled. That is a fact. He's from Nevada. He from his home state.
But
Where
I
he
don't know
grew
about
up
the
at, went
seats
to
not
school.
being
Hold on,
filled.
let me
I don't know
talk,
about
bro.
the
Not
Stop
from
cutting me
Nevada,
off, bro. Let me
He's from
talk.
Oakland.
Hey,
Bro,
y'all
man, I'm
let each other. Y'all let each other. I'm letting y'all rock out, but y'all let each other talk, though. Y'all let each other talk. Y'all
Y'all trying to tell me something when it's already known
we
that
ain't gotta
Devin
have
Haney,
nobody police this shit. Y'all talk.
yeah, Devin Haney is already known that he went to junior high school, elementary school in Henderson, Nevada. This is known. I'm not lying on this man. That is the truth. So, like I said, he didn't sell out. He didn't sell out the arena. He wasn't even selling out the live gate. So to try to act like it's the same thing, I could say, yeah, they did 150,000 pay-per-views, but at least 100,000 of them probably was Loma fans. I could realistically say that because when you look at the building and who actually attended the fight, it was way more Loma fans in there than for Devin. Because if it wasn't, he wouldn't have been getting booed when he was leaving out the ring.
No, you just guessing and stuff though.
No,
You
that's
don't
a
got
fact.
no
So
hardcore
frequent
facts behind
fans.
it.
So fans gonna boo a person they like. So Devin fans booed him. It was more Devin fans in there than Lomachenko fans. I'm Upper and Thomas Hill. Can y'all? Was there more? Like I need to know. Am I crazy right now?
Nah, there were more Devin Loma. I mean, there were more Loma fans than Devin fans. That's a fact.
Okay,
But-
and was it Phil? And what? It was the arena sold out, Thomas Hill.
Nah, it wasn't sold out.
My point exactly.
It wasn't sold out at all. I mean, but that being said, I'm gonna go back on what you said though. Frequent, like they did do a pay-per-view and they did 100,000, right? Guess who got the
150.
back end money though? Guess who got the back end money on that? They got
Bob.
the guarantee. Bob got all that back end bread.
What?
Why Terrence? Hell yeah, and that's why Terrence
But you
Crawford.
know,
is
even though
right.
check this out, even though Bob got that back end bread, it was only breaking even for him. 150,000 is the break even spot on pay-per-views. If you don't make at least 150,000, then it failed. But
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you like this, right? Manny Pacquiao had 6 fights on Bob Arum that did over 1 million pay-per-view. He had 2 that did 1.3. He had 2 that did around 1.2, and he had 1 that did 1.1 and 1 that did like 1.5 million. Right? The first 500,000 we're dealing with Top Rank. The first 500,000 you don't get credit for. So you have to pass the 500,000 threshold at Top Rank before you can start receiving back in. So basically, Manny Pacquiao was getting paid for 700,000 and 600,000 buys, right? And plus, the percentage he was getting was like 25 to 30%. That's the highest percent they can get. So he was getting like his best payday was 30% of 700,000, which is 700,000 does 42 million in pay-per-view, right? Whereas unless he got $80 pay-per-views or $60 pay-per-views, we're gonna say 80 because it's Pacquiao. That's 56 million, right? So he's getting $56 million off of pay-per-view. And so, 50% of that is 28 million. 25% of that right there is 14 million. So 14 million on the back end, let's just say 17 for 30%. So the most he was getting was 17 million plus his guarantee. But like his guarantee was like about 10 million, 10 to 15 million. So let's just say he made about 30 million on the fight, right? And his best fight was 30 million. Now, Bob Arum, he has over 1.3 million pay-per-view sales sold. So that's 80 plus that's 224. That's $104 million worth of revenue Bob Arum made off of a $1.3 million pay-per-view fight. A $1.3 million pay-per-view fight, Bob Arum bringing in $104 million. And he's only giving out like 30-some million to Pacquiao. He's making over 70 million. And that is the reason why Oscar and Bob Arum and them started suing Al Heyman. Because he was taking away up to $70 million a fight out of the damn hands and giving it to the fighters. And they couldn't have that.
And that's why Crawford is losing his mind right now, because he ain't got that experience over at the PBC.
Yo, I'm about to eat, man. My wifey just made me a breakfast. You already know, man.
By any means, Dean, go on and get your grub on.
You already know, yo.
You got to eat breakfast.
Hey, salute, Dean.
Yo, salute, Bullet, salute, frequent, upper, appreciate y'all. I'll be back up after I'm finished if y'all still up here.
Salute,
bro. I'll be up here in about 4.
Okay.
But my point with before we got all off into the numbers was
shout out to my co-host Key listening to in the background doing her work right now. Shout out to Key.
Was
Martin on that leash?
Martin was still at the table. He asked for more money. They told him no, so he left the negotiations. Dean say they wasn't even negotiating no more. Yes, they was. He was still asking for more money. And he said he agreed to the fight. Yes, he did agree to the fight. He agreed to he agreed to.
Frank Martin pulled all the way out the negotiations, and Al Heyman he gave him De Los Santos.
They told him no, Upper. After they told him no, he can't have money.
But he said he wanted. Yeah, he said he wanted. Shakur should have gave him $2 million. That's what he wanted, around $2 million. But then
he wanted.
Realize, right? People don't realize. Oh, hold up. Check this out. People don't realize Frank Martin was basically entertaining that fight, but Frank Martin was never scheduled to go for the WBA. I mean the WBC. Frank Martin's always been in line to go after the WBA. He's always been in line to clash with Tank. See, Loma, Zepeda, and all the other people, Cambosos, all those people that's in the top 5 of the WBC duck Shakur. So WBC dropped all the way down to number 6 and Frank Martin and tried to get him to fight Shakur. So Frank Martin entertained it. And then, the people in Frank Martin's ear told him it ain't really a good fight to do that because, it's a high risk, low reward. You might as well wait on Tank. Because if you get Tank, whether you win or lose, it's going to up your stock. Plus, you're going to get paid properly for it. You're not going to get paid for this Shakur properly. And they seen that they weren't going to get paid properly for the Shakur fight. That's why they was testing the water. He asked for 2. He'll get 2 easy against Tank. Hell, he fight Tank. And since they on the same promotional company, and you know, Tank and Earl, they got a good relationship. You know, Tank can get that man 25% easily. Because you know they get money together. Frank got somewhat of a name. If Frank fight Tank and he gets about 25%, because he's a good name, he's an undefeated black fighter, which people say Tank don't fight. So Tank fight an undefeated black fighter. Him versus Frank Martin is guaranteed to do at least 500,000 easy, at least 500,000, because Frank has started developing a following. Frank's done sold out his last 3 fights, so so him versus Tank, that's at least 500. And I'm talking about on the low end. Him and Frank would do at least 500K. So if they do 500K at 85, right? That's that's 45. That's around 45 mil. That's around 45 mil right there. 22.5 to Tank. Tank get about 22.5, and off that 25%, Frank will make 11.2 off 25%. Frank will make 11.2 off of 25%, and the other 20, and that's if Tank gets 50%. That'll be 22.5 if Tank gets 50%. And then you know you got the handlers and the promotion and Floyd and them getting the other 25%. So Tank will get the 22. Then you got Frank getting 11, and you got the company and Floyd and them getting 11. See, they do something like that because Tank usually get about 50%. Aunt McQueen, peace and blessings, King. But you know, Tank usually gets about 50% around that.
Poppy, you think Tank would have took that fight though with Frank Martin?
Nah, J.A. Dixon. You know Frank's last 2 fights with the Jackson Marinez fight. That was a WBA fight, and then Michelle Rivera, he was the WBA #1 contender, the mandatory for Tank. Michelle Rivera was. And, you know, Frank fought him for that mandatory spot, but they didn't give it to him. They gave it to Ryan Garcia. So, you know, Frank has been going for the WBA. You said what, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll go right now. I just wanted to especially to my good brother Bullet Frequent and Bullet. I mean Big Dose. I'm sorry.
Shout out to my guy, Expensive Paper. Bomb Squad in the building.
Bomb Squad. Yo,
Bomb Squad. But yeah, at McQueen, I be doing intermediate fasting as well, especially on the Friday night to Saturday night, because you know that's the Sabbath, the Shabbat. But yeah.
But yeah, I want
J.A. Dixon, that RTM fight. RTM was for WBC, but Frank, you know, he got RTM last minute because the other guy pulled out. So Frank had to fight RTM. But yeah, he was already at the WBA though. But you know, Frank couldn't really find a fight because he was trying to schedule something with Pitbull, but Pitbull ducked him. You know, because Pitbull steady trying to get Tank too. But Pitbull ducked Frank Martin, so Frank went out to do RTM because he was a good name. Because they trying to keep Frank Martin fighting big name people.
Man, shout out to the good brother Expensive Paper, whose paper is so damn priceless that it got the small faces on it. Yo, what I was about to say though,
man, that man got the old hundreds.
Yeah, old, you know what I'm saying? They got the little.
That man got that old money. That old money got the flu. My man got the flu over there.
You got that Bob Arum, that old money. But I was gonna go back to that what you were saying because I wanted to interject and add to what you were saying. Like the fight with for Martin with Shakur is if I take this money, I get this money, and they tax that money. Whereas if I can get a fight, say for Tank, for like only $1 million guaranteed, he's still gonna get the residuals of the back end, and that kicks in, and it's gonna skyrocket what he would have received off that first one. So like him pulling out probably was just on business decision. Now, would that be classified as a duck? I would lean to the side of saying, yeah, he pulled away from the fight. He didn't want it because it didn't make sense for him financially, and he could possibly lose, which could damage his stock.
Oh, if he
With them,
loses, then he can kiss that Tank fight goodbye.
oh, for sure. So you know you effing with the church's money, so to speak. So now you juxtapose that with what was going on with the Devin and Haney, the Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson fight. He didn't want to pull out from the fight. He said, you know what? I think I deserve more than what you giving me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a case for me, for the purse bid, saying that I deserve this, but whatever you decide, I will be willing to take, because the minimum is still gonna be more than the 25% he offering me.
But see, what it was, right? They asked Frank Martin what he wanted, and he said a meal, right? Because you know most he had got was 250.
Yeah.
Then they realized that they was getting a 6 million budget for this fight. So then that's when he was like, oh, so see, it was his fault, because instead of telling what he wanted, he should have seen what was all in the pot first. And see, that's what Jamel Herring did. Instead of seeing what's in the pot, he was thinking about what he wanted. And that's what people got to realize. When you making deals, you got to see what's all being offered. Now, if you don't ask what's in the pot, it's not up to them to tell you, well, you want $1 million. Well, we got 6 million to spare. You know, it's not up to them to tell you that. That's up to you to do your due diligence. Aka Flex, peace and blessings, King. So he didn't do that. So, you know, when he found out, he felt some type of way. He felt like they were shitting on him, which they wasn't. He did it to himself.
Yeah, for sure.
J.A., I'm not denying it. I'm not denying it, J.A.
I'm not denying it either, because he said out of his own mouth, he'd take anything if he had a chance to.
He did say that. He did say he'd take everything. So I hold him accountable. One thing about upper echelon, I may be team Haney, and I may be team like that, but still, if you duck, you duck. I mean, not team Haney, team Derek James. And if you duck, you duck. You duck. A duck is a duck. I'm not gonna frame it. I'm not gonna try to justify.
My only thing is, if you call one a duck, you got to call the other one a duck, or you just playing favoritism. Because bottom line,
who else duck?
Neither one of
Shakur duck.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think she did. No. I said I don't think either one of them ducked. But if you call one a duck, you got to call the other a duck, because the bottom line is neither fight happened for the same reason. They both wanted more money.
Frank pulled out the fight. Did Shakur pull out the fight?
But if Frank would have sat there and told the WBC, he could have went back to purse bid.
Shakur said
no to the purse bid.
Shakur said no to what was offered.
They told the WBC that we have a deal. And you know, if you tell WBC you got a deal and you don't like the terms of the deal, they can go back into purse bid. Frank did not go back into purse bid. He pulled all the way out. And Al put De Los Santos in there.
Where is that rule that they can go back to purse bid? After they say we don't need a purse bid. Where is that at? I ain't never seen that.
The fight was ordered. So if they don't agree to the
fight
purse,
is ordered, bro. If they don't agree to it,
the purse bid automatically kicks in. Yeah.
They already dismissed the purse bid though. So
it don't matter. It doesn't matter. Once you get to that date, if you ain't got the fight made, if you don't have the fight made by that date, they're gonna give you a purse bid regardless. Sure. Unless somebody pulls out. Somebody pulls out. They give you a date. You can say you don't. You can say you don't need the purse bid, and you know. And if y'all negotiations go and it goes past a certain time, they're gonna give you a purse bid regardless.
So where could I go look that up? Where if you turn down a purse bid, you you don't like the money that's being offered, then you can go back into a purse bid. Where can I look that up at?
I guess look up purse bids, bro. But it's common knowledge though. But look up purse bids.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of that either. I thought if once they mandate the fight and they go to purse bid, whatever they have to go with, whatever it is. Devin Haney wouldn't have been able to pull out of that afterwards.
They didn't go to a purse bid. They said they didn't need a purse bid.
I'm saying if they did, you know, because he filed the petition with the WBC and they mandated the fight. And so if they didn't agree in their negotiations, then they would have went to purse bid. Once the purse bid gets made, Devin Haney wouldn't have been able to pull out of that. How you gonna pull out of that? That's why when they gave him the ultimatum or whatever, they gave him a deadline, told him to make his decision because both fights was already on the table. He had the option to move up and fight Regis, or stay down and fight Shakur, and he just chose Regis. Oh, it was 3 options actually, because he could have fought Tio too, I think.
But I'm not talking about.
Yeah, he wanted Barbosa though.
Nah, Arno Barbosa. Arno Barbosa. What? No, hold on, because that's what I think y'all wrong at about him not wanting Tio. Tio was retired. He thought Devin Haney was. I said Tio thought Devin Haney was coming for him, and he retired. Yeah, y'all be trying to get this man leeway. The man don't want to fight Devin Haney. He don't, bro. He don't.
Bullet, don't tell me no, bro. I'm sitting there telling you facts. When he came back, he's talking about Devin thought he was about to get my belt. If he get my belt, he gonna have to get it from me. That's exactly what Tio said. And Devin went the other route. But that's why Devin still holding on the WBO. Because if Devin loses to Regis, then he's gonna activate the fight Tio. That's why he holding it. Tio came out and
Tio didn't say that until Tio said that after he already chose Regis though.
Yeah, they already declined Devin. They gave Devin a timeline. Devin tried to get an extension to try to see what was going on with that situation.
But see,
and then they was already like, time is up.
But guess what?
And then Tio came back.
But check this out.
What happened?
It don't matter what the fuck Tio did. If Devin would have chose to go after the WBO, he either was gonna fight Tio or Barbosa, retired or not. If he would have went for the daggone the WBO, it was nothing nobody could do to stop that. Period.
Yeah, why go for Barbosa when you can get a more money making fight in Regis? That's what I'm saying. Y'all thinking? Well, I ain't gonna say y'all. I feel like some people are trying to make it seem like Devin didn't want to fight Tio.
He petitioned to fight Barbosa though, bro.
No, he petitioned to see what was going on with the WBO.
No, he petitioned to
they
fight
gave him
Barbosa.
options.
Bro, go look it up, bro. He petitioned the WBO to fight Barbosa. He petitioned the WBO to fight Barbosa for the WBO championship. Hey, Big Dose, handle that nigga. Brock Howard, peace and blessings, King. Or A1.
Yeah, he had to do that because Tio was retired, though, right?
No, Tio came back.
No, I mean at that point when he petitioned, I mean.
No. The thing is, he petitioned to get an extension on seeing what can happen with the WBO.
Yeah, but he talking about the petition that he did to the WBO to get the fight for that belt.
They told him what he was going to do. They asked him, do you want to fight for the WBO or not?
Yeah.
There go A1.
Yeah.
I wonder when somebody was going to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, but Devin Haney, he tried to fight for that open belt for the WBO too, though, right? He had to petition the WBO to fight for that vacant belt, right?
Well, he shouldn't have to because he's the WBO champion at 135. If he wanted to, he could have automatically went up.
But nobody had the belt.
I've been waiting on that one.
That's what I was saying. He was waiting to see what he was trying to get more time because he was in the middle of all the other negotiations. He was already deep in negotiations with Regis. He didn't know what the WBO wanted.
And they didn't give him an extension, right? So he had to make his choice before.
Yeah, so he went after Regis. That's all I'm saying.
I think the Duck title was too lightly, man, because I seem to remember when Devin tried to force Tank the fight, went to the WBA to try to force that fight. And I remember
that'd have been stupid as hell for Tank to do that, bro. Then that means
I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping on that echelon. But what all I'm saying is just throwing around too lightly because I remember
I don't feel like we should call the people I call ducks, right? I call Loma a duck because Loma, Shakur came up to him, pressed him. That man said he ain't fighting for a minute. Then he got a fight scheduled with Camboso. That's a duck. That's a duck right there. That man was talking about Loma was going to have a chance to get paid more than he got paid with Devin. It would have been Loma's biggest payday versus Shakur. And Loma
that fight schedule up.
What I was going to say.
Hold on, I'm trying to hear up. Yeah.
The WBA
fight schedule for next year. I think it's in March.
Devin went to the My bad.
Okay, I didn't know it was official. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know it was official. I never knew that.
It's for the IBO belt that they stole from my man Maxie Hughes, man.
To the WBA to try to fight, force a fight with Tank, and they said, "Hey, we'll drop the belt. You can't force us to fight somebody." But I don't consider him a duck. I don't consider that a duck, man.
I do, because the WBA was trying to consolidate, get rid of them belts, though.
Right.
WBA was trying to get rid of those belts. That's why they was trying to order that fight.
4 fucking pages, dog. God damn, he's still making them damn pages.
Oh yeah, but when back when Loma had the WBC belt and Devin Haney was chasing him, Devin Haney got the interim title, and they was about the mandate. They was about.
He just had that.
I think Loma won.
It's King. It's King. Now he got the page boxing facts. He keep coming in.
When Devin Haney got the interim title, it was in October, and then like 2 weeks later, Loma got it. Got the franchise joint, and the fight with him and Tio was a whole year later in October. So how people try to make up that excuse that he was about to fight. He was trying to fight Tio, and that's why he got franchised. But no, that was a whole year later. That,
I guess A1 reloading right now. Thank Luke Kane. Peace and blessings, King. Salute.
What happened?
Yeah, I guess A1 reloading. Shout out to my guy, Expensive Paper, Day of Reckoning, Bomb Squad. Oh yeah, Bomb Squad. But hey, the only problem I hated, I don't think Wilder gonna get AJ, because I think Otto Wallin gonna take him out first, man. But Bomb
You
Squad.
think AJ gonna lose? You think AJ gonna lose?
Yeah, I think Otto Wallin, bro, gonna tear his ass up, man. Shout out to my guy,
I
Jay
hope
Grant.
not, man. That's gonna mess up the fight, man.
Shout out to my guy, Jay Grant, because my man A1 was sitting there reloading.
I ain't gonna lie up. I think regardless of what he do, he gonna take what Deontay Wilder said as an out. Like when Wilder was like, even if we don't fight, I wish the best of you. I think AJ gonna use that as an excuse for not fighting this man. I don't think he want to fight him regardless, whether he win or lose. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Big Baby Miller act like he wants some smoke with Wilder or something.
Of course, he wants some damn smoke. Damn PED user. Damn PED users always want smoke.
Hey, how y'all see this fight with Shakur and De Los Santos playing out, man?
Oh man, that's gonna be a beautiful thing tonight, man. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. I think he's gonna catch Shakur with a couple crispy ones, but like Floyd Mayweather, right? Floyd done got rocked a few times in his career, but one thing about Floyd, you'll never hit him with the same shots you hit him with. Like if you get a good shot off, you'll never be able to do that shot again. And see, that's what De Los Santos is gonna have to do. He's gonna have to keep
only that one time though. When Shane Mosley, he hit him with the same one twice.
No, it wasn't the exact same shot. He put a different variation on it. Go back and watch it. Everybody tell
what it was an overhand left? What it was an overhand right?
Yeah, he switched it up. Yeah, he popped that nigga though. Good God, boy. He shook Floyd to the tree trunks, boy. If Shane was a little bit more if he had a little bit more in him, he would have finished the ball.
He was younger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he had a little bit more in him, he would have gave it to him. But just like Zab Judah, everybody knew Zab Judah was a better athlete than Floyd. But they also knew that Floyd played the endurance game with Zab. Because they know Zab, he tires out. See, if Zab didn't tire out, he could have whooped Floyd. But Zab being a better athlete, Floyd was a better tactician. And Floyd knew to take Zab Judah to deep waters. And notice when he started taking Zab deeper, Zab started pulling out the dirty tactics and stuff.
Yeah, he got frustrated.
Fatigue will make a coward out of a person. But with Floyd, you got to disguise your shots. And when you hit Floyd with one, you ain't gonna be able to hit him with that same shot again. So you got to keep revolving, just like the Drunken Master did. My man, he kept he was so awkward, and he was catching Floyd with different angles he ain't never seen before. So he was catching Floyd, just like Maidana. Maidana's an Argentinian. Them Argentinians, they throw from different angles too. So, they catch you. But see, Shakur is like that. Shakur, what you hit him with, you're going to have to disguise it. And once you hit him with it and he sees it and he recognizes it, you're not going to be able to do it again. So De Los Santos is going to have to bring out a lot of fresh stuff tonight. But once he put the same thing out there, Shakur is going to catch a bead on it. He's going to read it and he's going to make him pay. But I feel like around the fourth, now watch what I tell y'all now, around the fourth, the fight's going to turn. Shakur's going to start figuring him out. And Shakur, his power is not as much as De Los Santos, but Shakur power has improved since moving up in weight. Just like Crawford did from 135 to 140 to 147. His knockout percentages rose. He went from 50% to 75% to 100%. When he hit 147, he was 100% stoppage. But see, what Shakur going to do, Shakur might not have more power than De Los Santos, but he has better punch placement and better accuracy. And accuracy and punch placement could be better than power on most occasions, because if you hit a person in the right spot, the right way, that hurts worse than getting hit with a humdinger. And I call humdingers what Tank and Wilder hit people with, them humdingers. Like, it's just, you in the upper room. You wondering how you got there. And you asking the Lord to send you back down, please. But yeah. So I feel like Shakur going to start picking them apart around the fourth or fifth. And then I feel like we're going to see the end fade fast with De Los Santos. I feel like he's going to get frustrated. He's going to be in over his head. It's going to be deep water. And I feel like he's going to struggle to tread water. He ain't going to be able to tread water long. And I think he might get stopped around the 11th, 12th round, or a unanimous decision 10-2, 11-1 Shakur. And that's just real. Y'all can take that position and put it up. But I feel like the accumulation of Shakur rocking him could be big enough to stop him, to be honest, with that perfect punch placement.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm mad at Shakur right now for not taking that 25%. So I'm hoping De Los Santos take his chin with a tech hook or something.
But I'm going to tell you like this. The fight that got me most intrigued is the Quentin Randall and Brian Norman fight. Because a lot of people in Texas rock with Quentin Randall. He's 33 years old. He's 13-0-1, so he's 13-0. And Brian Norman's 22. Quentin Randall's 33. Brian Norman's 24-0. I think he got like 21 knockouts, right? So he was up there. That's the one they said gave Terence Crawford problems in sparring. I think they said he dropped Terence Crawford or something. But you know what I said about sparring. Yeah, he was up at the press conference. He was all friendly. Quentin told that nigga, I will beat you like a child. Like, instantly turned the vibe around. So he instantly said, we there. We there already. So he just took it to a bad place fast. So I'm expecting to be fireworks. And like I told Rick Timms yesterday, yeah, Quentin is a great fighter, but Quentin gives up his size. Like, Quentin's a lot. I think he got Brian over by damn near a foot and got him by at least 7 inches in reach. But Quentin, he fights small. He don't fight like a big guy. He fights like Fundora a lot. Like, he wants to fight on the inside. He gives up his size. Now, if he does that against a young hitter like Brian Norman, it's going to end early because Brian Norman, he's going to get a hold of that frame. And y'all know how them taller fighters got that real slender-ass frame with the small waist. Like, his frame is slender. Like, it ain't got no substance to it. So it looked like a good hard right would break that man's rib cage in. That's what kind of frame he got. And he's going against this young hitter. It's going to be problems. And I told Rick, he's going to have to be like Dhalsim off a Street Fighter. He will have to fight him from the other corner of the ring. Let that reach hit. Let that reach hit. As he get closer, go lateral and keep the distance. He don't want to fight in the mid-range. You want to keep him at the outside and the outer mid. If he get in the mid-range, the mid or the lower mid, he's in trouble. So
hey, I think, boy. That's the
Say
classic
what?
right there. That I seen off Street Fighter.
Oh
That's the
yeah,
classic
you know
right there, bro.
my favorite was Akuma, boy. I get shit Akuma, boy. I destroy everybody. Shit
Yeah.
Akuma. I slide through
Mine was
people.
fighting with Gal, man. I fucks with them, bro.
Guy was too slow. Anybody ever fought me with Guy, they get in trouble, especially because his flash kick and his sonic boom, they got to hold back and hold down to do the moves. I've been to put a sore you can while you sit there doing your kick in the air. I come right up under that thing and penetrate the daggone back like eesh, dragon uppercut.
Yeah, I see Brian Norman Jr., man, winning this fight between him and Quentin Randall, man. I just think he been in there with, the better fighters. Also he's had great sparring, But Quentin Randall, he was in camp with Spence.
Spence, Regis, he been there with Regis, he been there with Spence, he been there with all them great fighters from Texas.
So, that might play out well for him too, man. I'm really intrigued to see how
That's
that
why I
fight.
said this is gonna be a great fight right here. Like I said, it'll be even better if Randall uses his side and he uses his advantage. I hate seeing a lone fighter give up their length. Like you're giving away your advantage. That's how Fundora got stopped by Brian Mendoza. He wanted to sit there and give away his advantage. That nigga is 6'7" and he's fighting on the inside like he 5'5". Like, of course you got to get out.
Right, man.
But yeah,
what you think about?
Then we got the Roberson Casasiao versus the Navarrete fight. Now that might be the fight of the night right there, because both of them beat Valdez. Roberson Casasiao was robbed. See, this is like skill versus will, and people like, what do you mean skill versus will? Like Roberson Casasiao, he's a gold medalist. He's a great fighter with skills. Got great jab. Got good footwork. He got great boxing ability. He outboxed Valdez easily and was robbed. Then you got Navarrete. His jab is wild. His punches are wild. They come from different angles. Sometimes he pushes his punches instead of pops them out there. And, he comes forward, his feet, sometimes he trips over his feet because his foot ain't good. But he's just a fighter. He's not trying to make you miss. He's trying to overwhelm you. He's trying to throw bunches and punches and bunches and punches. That's his style. He want to keep punching until one of y'all fall. He wants a test of wills. While Roberson Casasiao, he's trying to practice the sweet science, hit and don't get hit. And he's very conservative with his offense. And another thing, Roberson Casasiao gasses out in fights. And that's going to be bad against somebody like Navarrete, who would throw 1,000 punches in a fight. When you got somebody throwing 1,000 punches a fight, 144 in one round versus Valdez, you got a problem. You got a serious problem. And I don't think Roberson is going to be able to sit back and fight with this man, because Navarrete has one gear and it's come forward. So when he comes forward, he's going to press the action, and he's got a chance. He's the champ at 130. So he's done had a fight to adjust to the power and stuff. And like I told people, after his first fight, I told people he was going to destroy Valdez because he had a chance to get used to his power. See, this is his third fight up there. His power is about to be on par. He's fully committed to the weight now. He's an official 130 pounder now. So he has the base form of 130. So he's going to be hitting with 130 power now. And he's going to be coming forward. And Casasiao, and this is the first fight that I've seen Navarrete fight where he's the shorter guy. But yeah, Casasiao, he's going to have his work cut out for him, and he's going to press the gas on him, and it's going to be problems. I don't know how he's going to keep him up off of him, because he's going to press it. And when he press it, it's going to be problems for Casasiao. And If Kasasia fades in the 6th and 7th like he normally does, it's problems because this is a 12-round fight. This is gonna be a 12-round fight. It's for Navarrete's belt. So Navarrete's coming, and they're about to be in the mix. And Navarrete is not slowing down. So I expect a brutal knockout around the 10th or the 11th with Navarrete. Yeah, I expect a knockout because I feel like Kasasia is not going to be able to keep up with it. Or I feel like the ref stops it around between the 10th and the 12th. I don't think it makes it to the cards. Yeah, I know, Big Doe. Go get it. That's what I said, Juice Lee. I said between 9-3, 10-2. It's either 9-3 or 10-2. Maybe 11-1. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be that close. But like I said, I think, because, we've seen Del Santos get tired in fights. This is going to be a 12-round fight for him. I think this might be Del Santos' first 12-rounder right here. Yeah, it is. And see, Del Santos, he lost to my guy, William Foster III. And William Foster is not on the level of Shakur. He's not. And I fucks with William Foster. Everybody know I pushes William Foster. But we're not going to act like William Foster and Shakur are the same level. Right now, I rank William Foster as like a B+ type fighter, maybe an A-. He's no Shakur, who's an S-class fighter. And William Foster was able to get the split decision over Dos Santos. So, the same way he was able to win, Shakur probably looked at that. Probably took a few information down. And, he probably going to practice it himself. What y'all think of Thomas and Frequent on the fights? Frequent, Thomas. Y'all mics are muted. And let me drop the link. Anybody else want to hop up here? I think Frequent and Thomas, I don't know what they doing. Well, they go Frequent. So I guess Thomas about to drop off in a second and probably come back up. But there go the link. Anybody want to get up here and talk boxing? We got an open panel right now. We still got another hour. Oh yeah, Juice Lee, them parlays be paying off nice. Them parlays pay off nice. I'm putting in a parlay with Abdullah Mason. I'm gonna do Abdullah Mason. Probably Abdullah Mason, Brian Norman, Navarrete, Shakur. And I'll pick one getting a stop. Black all day, even at night. I feel you, homie. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. But yeah, I guess I'll answer the chat until my man Thomas Hill get back on, or unless somebody else want to get up here and speak their opinion right quick. Matter of fact, y'all hold on a second anyway. I'm about to do my fuse. I'm about to fuse to my other device real quick. Oh wow, my co-host came in at the nick of time. Key, how you doing today?
Hey everybody.
Well, I'm about to fuse, Key. You go ahead. You got to run on the floor for a few minutes.
Oh shoot, I think I have an echo. I have an echo. Sorry, y'all. What's going on, everyone? It is fight day. I'm sorry I'm late.
I don't hear the echo.
Oh, I did. It was on my part.
Oh, well, go ahead and run it for a second. I'm about to fuse.
I got you. What is going on, everybody? I am so excited, y'all. Y'all see my thumbnail. It is Shakur versus De La Santo. We finna turn this bad boy out. Do y'all hear me? We oh my goodness. All of the answers, all of the questions that we need answered is going to be answered tonight. We're going to see what Shakur is bringing tonight. I have him having a dominating performance. Like, seriously. I think he's going to do excellent, but I'm not going to keep beating that dead horse because I've been chiming in, listening in and out. And I know that you guys were talking about that already. But y'all know how I'm standing when it comes to Shakur. Hello, what was that? You're on mute, King.
No, I was sitting there looking at everybody real quick.
Oh, that's you. Okay. I was like, who is that? You know what? I thought so your thing is echoing upper. Anyway, so yes, we're not gonna keep talking about that. Well, we gotta cook on this though, y'all. What do y'all think? Shout out to Expensive Paper. How you doing, King? Shout out to Big Dose 513, my favorite number. Shout out to Black All Day, every day. Juice Lee. Shout out to you, King J Dixon, Frequent Flyer, Thomas Hill that was on the channel or the panel. Frequent Flyer, Bullet Gibson, y'all did amazing. Ariana the Queen, shout out to you. Brock Howard, how you doing? Dank Lucane, Jay Grant, A1 Hoop Zone, as always, coming through. Boxing Facts, shout out to y'all, man. Boxing matchups with D Free, Aunt McQueen in the building. The Aunt McQueen. Aunt McQueen, I can't find your page, where y'all be doing them fight breakdowns. I can't find it. So so if you can add that in the chat so I can follow, because I've been looking, King, and I cannot find you all page. I think it's you in Casual Corner. Shout out to Casual Corner. Somebody is doing the fight breakdowns, and I thought it was you. Jermaine Rood, shout out to you, King. Thank you for coming through. So what do y'all think, y'all? What do y'all think about the new information that has came out per Terrence Crawford's mouth? First of all, I know this might be a little controversial to say, but I'm happy that he had that interview yesterday and spoke on a few things regarding how he feels about the IBF. I don't like the fact that he said F the IBF because at the end of the day, as we broke down the timeline, Upper and I, several days ago, we pretty much told y'all that both of these fighters knew. Everybody knew what was going on, what was going to be done. So I don't understand, you know what I'm saying, the shock value that's coming from Terrence. But I do like that he is taking up for himself. I can truly commend that. Hey, Brian King, the King, how you doing? I can salute and commend that for him being vocal about that, with him saying, F it, I don't need it. I've already made history. And I wish that instead of the headlines being Terrence Crawford bashes the IBF or the sanctioning body, or the belt, I wish it would have been, he said he's already made history. You see how that's a difference? You see that swing? He's not worried about it. And I truly feel as though he's really not worried about it. Like, he's already made history. So what am I, if I'm him, I'm like, you can take the belt, but you can't erase what I did. But I do commend him for being able to come up and say what he got to say. I also want to commend Terrence Crawford for giving just being there for Shakur Stevenson on such a big night, regardless of how people feel about the ticket sales or being on a Thursday. One thing that I do appreciate is there is a lot of momentum behind this fight. Again, it started Monday on. Y'all been hearing me beating my beating the drums on why isn't nobody talking about Shakur Stevenson fight. I was talking about this a month ago, and it just seems like the momentum just shift. It's like as soon as Saturday happened, like that has been the talk of the town. Like everywhere you go now, it's Shakur De Los Santos, Shakur De Los Santos. And I like that. I truly do like that. And I like that Terrence Crawford is really supporting Shakur Stevenson with this, because this is a big night for him. You know, a lot of questions is going to be answered when it comes to Shakur. Can he take that big shot? What is he going to do when he's pressed by power? If he wins this and he wins this decisively, you know, what does that put on for the Tank in the Shakur fight? I want that fight as well. I can't wait for that fight to happen. I'll probably reserve judgment until it's announced because of the fact I like both fighters. But I think that this, you know, this fight is really going to, you know, answer some questions. But big ups to Terrence Crawford on what he is saying. You said it wasn't cool how they stripped Bud so fast, but Bozy Ben said if the winner don't fight us next, they have to give it up.
But you know something, real quick, they would have had time. They would have had time to make the rematch and it still be right. But Bud took so long with the negotiations, right? That's why it got put that you only get a one and a done before they was coming in. Because see, if Bud and them would have negotiated and did everything, they could have had the second fight, and then the winner would have had to go against Boots. But the fact that it took 16 months of negotiation to get Bud in that ring, they wasn't about to make Boots wait again for that. That's why it was already slated after they was gonna let the first fight go, and it was a wrap. But before Bud went and fought David Avanesian, they was gonna be able to do to finish the contract, and then the winner had to deal with Boots. But since he took that Avanesian fight, that knocked the timeline down on the IBF belt. Just because you make a bad decision and you fight David Avanesian in them, that doesn't excuse and make the fact that somebody else has to suffer, because the whole division has been suffering with Earl and Bud holding it up. So, you know, what's fair is fair, what's right is right. And Brock Howard, what you mean by you have to reassess the Navarrete Conceição fight? What you was picking Conceição or something?
All facts, Upper. And then I also want to say too, to segue into something else that, you know, that I haven't discussed yet, was the heavyweights press conference. I thought that was.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. One time. Shout out to Zulu Line that came in. My bad, brother. I ain't get to shout you out. Shout out, King. All right, go ahead.
I really enjoyed. I don't know if y'all talked about this though. Yes, Day of Reckoning, December 23rd. You are so right, Expensive Paper. But listen. Did y'all see the shade though? Did y'all see the shade? I chose the wrong thumbnail. I should have had the picture of the way Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder was acting up there. Did y'all see that?
I thought you were gonna say Big Baby. Big Baby. And you know something? I hope Wilder knock Parker ass through next week, because Parker ducked Wilder when he had the belt. When he had the belt, he was supposed to fight Wilder, just like Parker was supposed to. I mean, just like Charles Mark was supposed to fight Wilder. But it's like AJ has had a whole career of stealing Wilder's fights. Like him and Eddie Hearn stole the Charles Martin fight, then they stole the Joseph Parker fight. It's like that's all they was doing. Like they was leeches, they was vultures. And then after they got all that, then they was scared to fight the man. Talk about putting what's the dude I hate? Oh, Dillian White. Fight Dillian White first. The hell we gotta fight that punk ass nigga for?
Yeah, I don't even know. Is Deontay? I mean, not Deontay. Is Dillian White even relevant still?
I never knew he was relevant. I never thought he was a factor, period.
I didn't either. I didn't
And
either.
look, I say I don't hate boxers. That truly is the one boxer I hate. And I don't even hate Tyson Fury all the way. I just dislike him strongly. But Dillian White, I can actually say I hate that brother, dog. Like, it's just something
Why?
about that dude, bro. It's something about him. I hate that man.
Dang, Upper. I don't hate him. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how he's tainted his career like that. But I do agree, though. I do agree. AJ was looking timid up there with Wilder. I don't know what else people want Wilder to do. I heard some commentary on a few channels, and nobody's run. This is everybody's opinion, so I'm not downplaying anyone's opinion. Is only when you disrespect Wilder, then I got a problem with you. You know, not a problem, but I gotta, like, what's up? But everybody just keeps saying, Wilder is not that dangerous. He's not that good. Look at what Fury did to him. How is AJ going to, like, why would AJ be afraid of him and everything else? Listen, or in another one, if Wilder really wanted the fight, he would have made it happen. Again, I don't know what y'all want this man to do. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all want him?
The man had 50 million trying to get the fight. They told Wilder to get 50 million and then talk to us. Wilder called Al Heyman, and Al Heyman, the brilliant businessman he is, realized, oh, that's a hell of a fight. I will get 50 million because they knew he was gonna make it back. And then Eddie Hearn talking about, well, we didn't say that. Well, first he talking about, well, we gotta check the finances. Like, they had a whole video and everything about catching Eddie Hearns in a lie. Like, the man was lying, dog. Like, the man, they running. The man went and got 50 mil for the fight, and then they ain't want to fight no more.
Exactly. So I don't know what y'all want Wilder to do. Maybe y'all would be happy if he made pay for a blip in the UK and had to fly over AJ's house or wherever AJ lives in America and say, AJ, will you fight me? Signed peace and love, Wilder. I just don't know what else y'all want this man to do.
Wilder need to walk up and smack AJ mom and smack AJ boyfriend. Like, smack AJ boyfriend.
Lord have mercy.
Smack his. I mean, come on, Key. The man's on the beach with 5 guys. They all topless, hugging and laughing and giggling with a monkey. Come on, man. If that ain't the wrong type of boys trip, then it is what it is. I'm sorry. Come on, man. You always see him with guys, and they always be half naked. Ain't seen a damn women in them pictures, never. Now, I might not know all the different types of cheeses that I like to eat, but I know cheddar, I know Swiss, I know provolone. Now, I can see when a man has messed up tendencies. And me and my homeboys ain't getting oiled up because they was oiled up. We're not getting oiled up wrestling and taking pictures. We're not doing that. That's just not in our code. I'm sorry. And if we on a trip, you best believe it's gonna be some hoes there. I'm just being honest. It ain't about to be no sausage fest, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay, but I don't even know how to follow up with that. But what I will say,
yes, Akello. Yes, smack his mom.
Lord
yes,
have mercy.
Mom. Yes, Brock, his
do
mom.
not promote violence. Upper is not promoting violence.
I'm talking about if you have beef, like I used to tell my little homies in the street, if you got beef and you can't find that ninja, go find his mom and slap her ass one time and say, look, tell your son such and such came. You know what I'm saying? A nigga gonna try to hunt you down after you do that if you got any kind of salt to him. I'm just saying. Exactly.
Well, this is how I feel about it, right? This is how I feel about it. I think that sometimes when a person, these fighters know, whether y'all, know it or not, are aware of this, but these fighters know who can beat them and who can't. Okay? These fighters know what they can and cannot do to certain fighters. And I think that AJ has did the eye test with Wilder. AJ has looked at Wilder. He see how he coming. And I think AJ is like, yo, y'all can miss me with that. Period. Like, y'all can miss me with that. I'm not about to fight that man. And then it wouldn't make sense. See, Wilder is a type, you got certain fighters that are special, right? Like Wilder. That is certain fighters that you want to fight at the beginning of your career or as you're entering into your prime. You don't want to fight someone towards the end of your career because unfortunately those are the fights that we most remember, right? And so I'll go ahead.
I was about to say salute to that whole boy just coming in the building. Peace and blessings, homie. And yeah, frequent. That's what I said. You ain't never got to waste time looking for somebody. You smack a man, mama, y'all there already. We there. It ain't no more up. We there. Go ahead, Key.
Right. And so I just find it, I think that's what it is with AJ. I think AJ kind of, he's aware, like, man, it's just certain fighters that you just got to hurry up and just get out the way. Fury had the redemption story with him. He was able to come back from whatever it was, some say drugs and all this other stuff. And then he put on had 3 epic, performances. Both of them had epic performances against one another. And he was able to get Wilder out the way. Now he's pretty much coasting. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't do himself a service by, getting knocked down by the MMA fighter last month. But we're not going to bring that up. But, I'm just making a point that is either, Fury still got a little go in him. And this one right here, if he doesn't put on a show with Usyk in February, then he's going to be, he's going to be feeling the AJ treatment too. If AJ was to fight Wilder and get beat, like I have him getting beat, I have Wilder stopping AJ. And you don't want that to be the last of your, your legacy, especially the amount of stuff that AJ has called.
Baby, I thought you was about to say something prolific. Everybody know Wilder stopping that nigga in less than 3 rounds.
I don't say 3. I got a 6 for that one.
Well, you need to cut that in half because
I got a 6. I got a 6.
Okay, I got it. As soon as he stick his head out the window, he gonna feel that power. He gonna lay his ass down. I'm telling you, he's punch drunk and he got PTSD. He gonna get hurt. He gonna get hit with a Hellenius and lay there. Watch.
Lord have mercy. I have 6. I have it going 6. I don't, I know Wilder is gonna get the win. But if AJ wasn't to fight him, I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't. To be honest with y'all, I wouldn't blame him. And yes, I agree. Big Baby do send AJ to the hospital. But shout out to Big Baby, man. I hope that whatever he's going through, his legal trouble that recently occurred, man, I pray that God covers him. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish that on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I hear about a player, a boxer, NBA, NFL, any type of athlete getting hung up, I feel the same way as I do when I hear about young men and women getting hung up in the community. So that's not it's not pretty. It's definitely not pretty. So I pray that Big Baby make it up out of that because I want to see more of Big Baby, especially since, prior to this happening, he was complaining about being paid and everything else. So
you know what? I want to see Big Baby versus Big Baby, to be honest.
Why?
That's the fight I'm gonna push for because I want to see Big Baby versus Big Baby. I want to see Jared Anderson versus Jarrell Miller. Big Baby for the real call the fight the real Big Baby.
Who is the Big Baby? It will be settled.
Exactly.
But they made
that right there. That's a pay-per-view worthy fight right there. Honestly. That could be Jared Anderson's coming out pay-per-view. And, Big Baby Jarrell Miller, that could be a big fight for him because he's still undefeated. They both undefeated. Put a nice card behind it. Throw probably Big Bang Zane on the card versus somebody. And put Herkovich on the card versus somebody. Have another heavyweight card because them heavyweight cards will sell.
But you do remember, too, though, just to be honest, though, You do remember, wasn't Jarrell Miller, didn't he test positive for PEDs?
Yes, he did.
Last year? Okay.
No, it was when he was supposed to fight AJ. He was supposed to fight AJ, and that's how Andy Ruiz got the fight in less than a month notice. I think it was
and
like
why, right, and that's why so that's why they was really because what's his name? Big Jarrell Miller and Anthony Joshua were going back and forth too yesterday.
They were supposed to fight. It was supposed to be AJ versus Jarrell Miller. And you know, it was supposed to be, it was supposed to be AJ versus Big Baby, but Big Baby was on PEDs. And so Eddie Hearns, he's not a good matchmaker. So he picked Andy Ruiz, and Andy Ruiz was too much for AJ. If he was a good matchmaker, he would have realized Andy Ruiz's hands was too fast for AJ, and he was too fluid for AJ. And that's why when he could take a shot. So that's why when he got in there against the robot called AJ, he destroyed him. And the only reason AJ won the second fight, because they was sending Andy Ruiz an extra large pizza every day to his room for free. Like, they was giving it to him for free. He even said it. He said he didn't even ask for it. He just said every day it would be one in his room. And he was like, well, hell.
Who said this upper about the pizza? Who was getting the pizza?
Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz gained 67 pounds. He gained 67 pounds for the second fight. When Andy Ruiz fought AJ the second time, he was over 300 pounds. Yeah. He had gained 67 pounds. And they was giving him free food and everything. And he thought because he was the champ. And yeah, that's what it was, expensive paper. It was a double XL pizza for free every day. And they were sending him free desserts and milkshakes and shit.
Upper, who was that fighter? Who was that fighter that prior to fight night, he was out at the casino getting drunk and everything? Which one was that one?
Keith Thurman.
Okay, yeah. With Pac, right? With Pacquiao or Broner?
Yeah, with Pacquiao. Adrian Broner had to make that man go to bed. Michael White, peace and blessings, homie. Good afternoon.
Dang, because I always forget about that. Like, I always forget about the Andy Ruiz thing too. I forgot that they were feeding, plumping him up real good. But
yeah,
see,
that was Hearn and them doing that. And Andy's dad was telling him to stop. But you know, Andy Ruiz has a he'll tell you. He said he has a eating problem. And you know, he was trying to work out more, but he said the food was just too much. Like, nigga, you can't stop yourself. You can't throw away the food. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, that man.
But do you blame him for not having discipline though? Because I don't care how much food you feeding me.
Exactly. That's why I said you couldn't throw that food away or give it away to the less fortunate. Give it away to somebody that hasn't eaten. Like, damn, you getting a free pizza every fucking day. You don't think that shit's strange?
Nah, obviously he didn't.
He was laid up. They gave him a complimentary hotel room because they knew they had the fight coming back, right? So they let him stay in a hotel room for 3 months for free. And they was feeding him every day too. Like, they told him his meals, that was part of they put it in the contract that his meals and stuff was free and everything.
Do you think that wait a minute, all things said Mexican pizza. You saw that upper?
Yeah, he's like a goldfish.
Jesus.
You know, a goldfish, you know, you can't feed a goldfish too much because, you know, it'll eat itself until it dies.
Well, I wonder what kind of pizza it was. All things said Mexican pizza. I wonder did it come from Papa John's, Domino's?
He said he was getting it was an extra large meat lovers.
Oh, so it could have came from Little Caesars then.
I think they gave me the Papa John or Pizza Hut. or matter of fact, they out there in Vegas and shit. It might have been Brick Oven. It might have been a nice restaurant. Yeah, Ping, it was from room service, but we don't know which restaurant. it had to be a good ass piece if he eat it every damn day. I'm sorry.
It has to be.
But see, they wouldn't have got me because I don't even eat all that type of meat. Like, I'm an Israelite. We don't eat all that shit. Like, especially not no pork.
You know what I was just about to say? I cannot eat, especially meat lovers with all that beef and all that. I can't eat beef like that.
I mess that beef up. I mess up beef. I eat beef, goat, lamb, ox. All the foods that's not unclean, I eat. The only thing I hate about being an Israelite, I can't eat oysters, scallops, shrimp, mussels. Them shits was banging, but they unclean. They bottom feeders. All they do is eat shit. So,
man, ew. But yeah, that is hilarious. I don't think Anthony Joshua won it with Wilder, y'all. Especially if he get beat up, which I think everybody is in agreement.
Hold on for a second, Key. Go ahead.
Okay. Everybody's pretty much in agreement with the fact that AJ might get beat up by Otto Wallen. Even if AJ win, I got him leaking. He gonna be bleeding or something. I'm sorry. Penguin spicy Italian sausage is great. I put that when I make lasagna. I haven't made lasagna in years, though. Years. But you are correct about that, King. Spicy Italian sausage is great. But this heavyweight card, I feel where people are coming from. Some people like the heavyweight card. Some people feel like it's underwhelming. That it's supposed to be the other way around. We're supposed to be getting AJ and Wilder and everybody else. But I mean, when is the last time we've seen this many heavyweights in action on one night? You know, which brings me to my point. What do you guys think of going back to the Super Six? How many of y'all remember that? Upper, you remember that? I think Upper's busy. Okay, how many of y'all remember the Super Six? I think boxing should get back into doing that. Like where they had a Super Six pretty much is like a professional boxing tournament that they used to organize back in the day. And it was just, 6 fighters just going at it. I've only seen it once. I'm not going to cap and say, oh, I've always watched it. No, I've only seen it one time when I was, a few years younger. But I think that we should go back to implementing something like that, especially with this whole MMA and boxing talk that's going on. Sean O'Malley, I don't know if y'all seen it, but Sean O'Malley been talking real greasy, man. Like he said he won't Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson. Not at the same time, but he could fight them, but he could fight them all in one night. I'm like, are you talking stuff like that? Okay. So I think that'd be great for it to have like a Super Six with MMA fighters that run their mouth with Sean O'Malley. Throw him in the mix because I still want one of the Kings to tag him. Don't get it twisted because I don't like that. Fighters are now, UFC fighters are now, they've always stuck their chest out, but now they really sticking their chest out. You know what I'm saying? But I think that we should go back to that at least like once a year, have a Super Six. I would want it for the boxers that have championships, that don't have mandatories, that don't have to immediately fight their mandatories. Like y'all all fight in the same division. Instead of having 1 through 10, or this person is ranked number 5, everybody in the WBC that is 1 through 6 fight that night. Oh yeah, tag. I'm sorry, frequent. My fault. But he's saying that Sean O'Malley said that he want Ryan, Shakur, Devin, and Tank. Y'all been hearing this man run his mouth for a long time now. He said that recently. He said not at the same time, pause, but in the same night, pause. He will fight all of them and he will beat them. That's what he said. Go look it up. So I want to go back to O'Malley versus Valdez if he's serious. I don't know now. Valdez ain't been right since he stopped taking, you know what I'm saying, that tea, that special tea. But I think that we should go back to a Super Six though. I really think that we should go back to a Super Six. Bullet, I don't even want it to just be Tank. He's been running his mouth about all of them. He's been atting Dev, And I'm like, no, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? Like you really think that you are on one of their levels. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I want one of them to shut him up. I don't care who it is. I really don't care who it is. Hell, give me Rolly, for Christ's sake. Give me Rolly. I don't care who he fight. Why is a woman saying pause? To not disrespect the men in the chat, because I know we got kings in here and they know what I'm saying. So it's just a respect thing. That's all. But I want a Super 6. I think we should bring that back next year. I think that'll put boxing, even if it's once a year, y'all. Think about it. You know how they have them we just had a UFC big tournament, right?
Why are we talking about UFC on here, Keith?
No, because I was making a comparison.
I know, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Oh,
okay.
Go ahead. I was about to say, so you know how they just did it with the UFC tournaments, how they have big tournaments every year. I think if boxing was to implement that, a Super 6 once a year, think of how many people will come out and how many people will watch that. Even if it's a Super 6 exhibition. Think about that, y'all. Think about it. Like all the, you know what I'm saying, the fighters that are retired. That way we don't have to watch Evander Holyfield, one of the greatest boxers of all time, go to y'all remember that garbage exhibition he did? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just trying to brainstorm ideas, because I keep hearing the same thing. Boxing is dying. Boxing is this. Boxing is that. Well, I guarantee you, if there was to be a Super 6 tournament, let's do 3 fighters from PBC at 135 versus 3 fighters from Top Rank at 135. Tell me that won't sell. Tell me PBC versus Top Rank. Yo, that'll go crazy.
They do that anytime they do, like when they had the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, they did that. Anytime they do a crossover fight, they do PBC versus Top Rank. Anytime.
I'm talking about like as a Super 6 though, Upper.
Oh,
like I'm trying, like do something like that. Once a year, a Super 6 tournament, that will go crazy. Yeah. I know I'm living in the past. Go ahead, Upper.
You might be closer to that than you think. Because like I said, Amazon is in the works of buying ESPN, right? And you know, PBC already made a deal with the Amazon, right? So if they both get up under that one banner, you know, Amazon, they hold it. And just like they have, like the Zone be having Golden Boy do shit with Matchroom, Amazon could more than likely have them do something like that. Plus, you know, Bob Arum getting old as well, so he's not gonna keep the mantle that long.
Facts. Bob is 93, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to him. Still sharp though. He talks slower, but he's sharp.
Do that, bro. They won't be able to do that when they get to Amazon, because Amazon is not ESPN, and Amazon is not in the business of losing money. And Amazon, you gonna live by Amazon rules. Amazon don't play all that other shit right there. You know, Amazon, they say they won't fight. This is what their customers want. You're going to have to cater to that. You know, Amazon got over 1 billion customers worldwide. This ain't no petty thing like ESPN or damn Showtime or nothing. This is Amazon. They global. Amazon Prime. And now PBC fighters get more money, because when they was with Showtime, they used to have to auction their pay-per-view fights off to the Zone or Top Rank for the overseas crowd. Now they can get the overseas crowds by themselves, and now the Zone, they done lost some of their revenue right there, because they was making money off PBC's overseas crowd. Like the 200,000 pay-per-view buys that they got for the Tank and Ryan, those was all overseas. That's why they was upset, because they didn't really get no United States pay-per-view buys. They got the 200,000 overseas, and the buys over there was 25 pounds. So they were mad about that. And that's how they put Oscar in penalty, and Oscar made Ryan pay that 200,000. So that was messed up right there. That's why Ryan was also mad, because Ryan is not signed to the Zone. He signed the Golden Boy. But Oscar De La Hoya, you know, tricked them and made them pay that shit. So that's another thing. That's why Ryan getting up out of there.
I can't wait to see. That's another huge fight with a lot of implications. We're gonna see. Remember, I'm hesitant, y'all, for this fight with Ryan, man.
We got 7 huge fights coming up.
Yes, we do.
We got Ryan and Duarte. We got Shakur De Los Santos. We got Devin and Regis. We got Charlo and Benavidez. We got Boo Boo Benavidez. We got Wilder, Parker, AJ, and Wallin. That's 7 big fights right there.
A great. We're gonna end. There's gonna be a lot of content out there, y'all. Like, especially within the next about 7 hours, 6 hours. We about to have a lot of content. I can't wait to see this fight.
And y'all make sure y'all catch me and Key Alexander tonight. No, Shavon Hall. I didn't say oysters eat their filter. Yeah, they filter shit, Shavon. When they filtering shit, it's shit in the filter too, buddy. Look it up. They're bottom feeders. They clean. When you filtering, what you think you filtering? You filtering everything out the water. They filter water through their bodies, and everything that's in the water they eat. Can you talk to me about animals? I wanted to be a veterinarian, buddy. I do a lot about animals.
I think that I think you are absolutely correct. It's not even a think. It's not even a thought. This is going to be a very, very good next month, man. I think we're being spoiled. It's going to be very good. Y'all remembered, not this weekend, but the following weekend is the last Showtime All Access. I'm going to be crying.
Robert! My dude, Robert Hill in the building. Salute, King.
What do you guys feel about Upper? How do you feel about this whole do you think that Crawford will go back down to 147 to fight Boots?
Man, he capping. Just like he's saying he don't give a damn about that belt. That man give a damn about that belt. If not, he wouldn't have said shit about it. The man capping. And he got mad about the belt. Just like he sat there and said he threw it in the trash. He ain't threw it in the trash can. He threw it in the trash after they took it from him. Like, the man just capping. He a diva. He's mad that they took away his undisputed. I don't care what nobody say. I read people. Them niggas pissed off.
Do you think it's still, because you see that he's still saying that the contract, he mentioned this yesterday, for the rematch with Spence is still at 147.
He ain't fighting Spence.
Not giving that up.
Watch what Spence come in at. Crawford can say what the fuck he want to say. It ain't gonna be a no 147. Crawford don't run shit. When people realize that Crawford don't run shit, Crawford is not a star. Crawford got a good win and he got paid. He is not no attraction. And if he don't do what PBC say, then guess what? He won't get no more bread. He'll be going back to not getting that back end. And he done got too happy with that first check. He ain't about to pass that up.
Yeah, because I thought it was very interesting that he said that Boots had 2 opportunities to fight him. And I said, come on, Bud, you got to stop. It was business. Like, it's boxing politics. Like, come on, don't do that. Like, those
Bud
of us
didn't want to fight that man. Bud didn't want to fight. Bud did not want to fight that man. For years, they wouldn't even say Boots' name, and Boots would call out both of them. And he even said that Crawford was the easier of the 2 to fight. And Crawford didn't say nothing about it. Before the Earl and Crawford fight, Boots was talking cash shit about Crawford, talking about that Earl would be harder than Crawford if he fought. And he said, and when they was comparing him to Crawford, he was like, don't compare me to Bud. He said, I do everything way better than Bud. Bud ain't a real switch hitter. He said, Bud ain't a real switch hitter. He said, I really can switch. I really can fight with both hands. I got power out of both hands. He don't. That man said that, and Bud ain't say a bitch ass thing. So I'm tired of people up here capping because Bud got a win against the damn convalescent Spence, and now people think that he walks on water. That man don't walk on water. If he do, it's a dirty ass puddle.
Good God.
Spence gonna drown him in 2 inches of water.
Yeah, I think that yeah, Boots, expensive paper, you're right. Boots got 147 on lock now. You know what they say, all publicity is good publicity. So one thing about that, this, with this whole IBF doing,
it's and like I signed everything. It's the same person that told us he signed everything back in damn motherfucking July of last
year. But I think that with the publicity that that this is getting, I'm happy that Boots' name is finally being mentioned more and more instead of by hardcore boxing fans like Upper and I. Is on, you know, I've always had Boots on my pound for pound list. I don't care what anybody say about him not fighting champions and not doing this and not doing that. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Boots is a very, very good fighter. I'm just happy that he's officially getting his recognition. I'm excited to see who he fights next and what is definitely going to happen. And he's gonna put on a show too. I got him stopping everybody that he finna get in the ring with. Period.
I got Boots. I got Boots clearing 147, 154, and 160. I don't see nobody messing with Boots from 147 to 160. Because if he acclimates to each division, I don't see nobody messing with him. Because he'll clear 147, 154, Jermell Charlo or Tim Tszyu, they're not gonna be able to mess with that man, especially if he's used to the division. He's 5'10, he's fast, he's young. And then after about a year or two, he moves up to 160. Adames is not messing with Boots. So, like I said, 160, because Jermall Charlo is going up. And Jermall Charlo would probably be the only person that give Boots a problem, but I feel like hell, him and Jermall will be a great fight because Jermall is technically sound. And I'm talking about the real Jermall, not this other person. But yeah, nobody, he destroys Janibek. So nobody from 160, 154, 147 will really touch Boots. I say he unifies all three divisions. He'll only have a problem at 168. But he might be like Boo Boo Andrade and make the weight good. But that'll be probably about 6 or 7 years. I think in about 6 or 7 years, his body will be ready to make the transition to 168 because he got the height and the reach. But for the first 6 years, I want him to go through them three divisions right there. And he can. He has all the tools, and he's young. And each division he go up, he's going to gain more and more experience.
Yo, yes. Shout out. Oh, my bad. Shout out to
Go ahead, Thomas.
Are you woke, Thomas?
No, I thought I said that I was gonna be leaving for a quick second. That's why I went on mute and everything. But my bad.
Oh,
I wasn't sleeping. Nah, it's too much sun shining on me to sleep like that. But yeah, shout out to the Queen.
I thought you were up for a second.
Nah, shout out to my good man Zulu Lion 1, the good onk Brock Howard. But yeah, nah, I apologize about that.
Oh no, you good, you good. But yeah,
you're okay.
Y'all make sure y'all come over here after the fights, because me and Key Alexander will do an intense breakdown of all the fights, starting from the first card all the way to Shakur Stevenson and his epic win.
Oh yes. Now, okay. I wonder. Okay, let's talk about it because it's
the only thing I want before you do this. The only thing I want people to realize now, right now, we all know that Edwin De Los Santos is the toughest person Shakur's ever met. Africa has said it's a 50-50 fight. This is no slouch. Edwin De Los Santos is a great fighter. Now, y'all make sure y'all keep the same energy at the end of the fight. When Shakur make it look easy, I want us to give Shakur his flowers and know how great this man is. If he makes the Santos look silly, I want everybody to recognize Shakur's greatness as he achieves S-class status. Because he will become an S-class fighter tonight. And watch what Upper Echelon said. By the third, fourth round, you're going to see the separation. We're going to see Shakur come out that shell and he's going to go into Super Saiyan, then he's going to Ultra Instinct. Watch what I tell you. He's gonna skip God mode and he's gonna skip the blue God mode.
Do you guys see it? Go ahead, Thomas. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead and say something.
Do you guys see it? Do you guys see because Crawford is still playing with the idea and talking about Canelo? Do you guys and one of his sparring partners or somebody, I don't know who this gentleman was, but he said that Canelo versus a Crawford is no problem for Crawford because he's sparring middleweights. So how do you guys? I'm sorry.
He's sparring that so deep. I mean, what the fuck? That dude, his best friend is so something. I forgot his name. What's your boy name that be with Crawford? That be fighting on Crawford card, Thomas? Here they call him so something.
Who's that? What at the same weight?
The undefeated black guy he got fighting at 160 and 168. So Cold. Steven
So Cold. Oh yeah, So Cold.
You be sparring with Steven Nelson, So Cold.
Yeah, that ain't Canelo.
Yeah, that's not Canelo.
Yo, when Canelo fought Charlo, man, like I said, the sound that was coming off his punches was,
man, that shit was sounding like a damn slug.
I was like, God, I felt bad for my man because he got hit on the shoulder one time and he like cringed. I said, oh shit.
Yeah, Canelo was throwing that heat. You heard what damn Bivol said. He said his shit was still hurting a month later.
Yeah, Bivol
Canelo only knows one way to punch, and that's hard.
Yeah, I think the lifestyle helped Bivol deal with that nonsense. Cause boy,
nah, it was the fact that Bivol was much bigger.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, he definitely was
Zulu. Yeah. Canelo was like a mule kick, boy. He was like a mule kicking, and I heard that shit when Charlo was getting hit. That shit was reverberating.
Man, it
was like. I said, ooh.
Yo, it just had when you compared the sound from when he hit him to Canelo getting hit by Charlo, it was just like night and day. Like, god damn, dog.
Like, right? Anybody ever seen that movie Harlem Nights?
Oh yeah.
It was like
that little.
It was like then pow. Nigga, stop shooting that little ass gun.
That's exactly what it was like too, man. I'm sorry, but it was just like that. And I was like, goodness.
And then Canelo got hit with a straight counter. Like he countered Canelo so beautifully. I said, oh, he going down. Canelo head rocked and turned to the side. And then he turned back and faced Charlo and dropped his hands after that. I said, oh, hell no. The nigga got countered throwing a punch, the worst punch to ever get hit by.
Bro. And then he was hitting his ass with some hot stuff. And it didn't drop him, dog. It frustrated him that he couldn't get his stuff off, but it didn't drop him. That's the only thing that happened. He got frustrated in that fight. Look, it wasn't that he was just getting tagged. It was like, yo.
The Crusher Kovalev, the man that killed the man in the ring, he was hitting Canelo with some hot stuff. Canelo was eating Crusher Kovalev, and this man done beat a nigga to death.
Yeah, man. That's
Canelo got the realest beard in boxing. If you beat Canelo, you got to beat his body. You cannot beat that man in the head. That man, and I'm not racist, but that nigga is a pure Mexican.
Yo, I don't understand why people don't go to the body on him, though. I really don't. I guess they scared of that what's coming back.
Because if you go to that body, you leave yourself open.
Yeah.
You leave it, okay, Free Sinji, I got you. If you go to the body, you leave yourself open for a hook to the head. A body shot is the most dangerous shot to try to commit. Because as you trying to hit him with the body, you got something vicious coming back at you. Very vicious. Salute Terrell Davis.
Yeah, so
well, I find it. Go ahead, Thomas.
No, I was just gonna say to answer your question. I honestly don't think that there's nothing that he's gonna be able to present to Canelo that he hasn't dealt with. Like the boxing skill, he's already faced an elite boxing. Nobody's skill is on the same level as Mayweather that he's gonna ever face. So that right there is not gonna be enough. The power, I seen Triple G hit this Mickey Fricky square on, and Triple D got major power and it didn't do anything to him. Likewise, I seen him hit Triple G and he took some shots too. So like, I don't know. You're gonna have to break his body in order for you to get him up out of there.
That is true. Break the body.
Triple G was hitting him. Triple G was hitting him with some stuff too. Like one of them shots Triple G hurt him a little bit, but he shook that off. Triple G was hitting him with some thunder.
Man, he snapped his neck, bro. Usually when your neck gets snapped like that, you going down. The Mickey Fricky didn't drop. I was like, goodness gracious, man. Like, is this chin on steroids?
But you know, Canelo be doing them neck exercises all the time.
Yeah, his neck is thick, man. That dude in the ring, man, he looked like he was on that David Banner. He drank the green juice because that Mickey Fricky just looked like he was the Hulk up in there.
Man, he reminded me of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. He was Mr. Hyde in that ring.
Hell yeah, Ping One. Triple G got hella power, and he smacked his ass clean. I was like, yo, he took that. It's gonna be a long night for Triple G.
Triple G cracked Kell Brook's face with one hit. He hit him with that corkscrew punch and broke it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Zulu. So like I mean, anything is possible, and Crawford does have an extreme amount of skill. I think a lot of people let the dynamicism of that last fight blow the hell up out of their mind and got him thinking to the point where only thing you can get on him is some kryptonite. But man, you walk in that ring with a Canelo, it's gonna be a lot of kryptonite on them goalposts. He ain't gonna be able to do the same things that he think he can do to him.
Tell Shinji that the link is down there. What are you waiting on?
Oh, well, hold up. Bam. There go a link. Check it out. So yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead and elaborate. I'm sorry. It's just.
Oh no, y'all fine. I was enjoying listening to you guys. Yeah, I don't think so. I think that a Crawford and Canelo. I say if he want to go through with it, he want to be great. Go ahead, try it. If it work out for you, but I stand on what I said. I feel as though if you're gonna go to it through a Canelo first, you should not first, but if you want Canelo, you should go through a Morrell or a Benavidez. I stand on that. Because that'll really give me the eye test. If you can get through one of those two, you good. And I would say Benavidez, because if Crawford ain't about to fight Boots, he for sure ain't finna fight Morrell. That ain't happening. But we'll see, though. We'll see. Crawford is still talking. You know, he wants the big fights. It's about legacy.
What's up, Rick Films? Hold on 1 second, Key.
Okay.
Yeah, Free Shinji, we growing up in here. So they done timed you out, but the link is there. If you got something to say, King, you can hop on up here now. You can hop on up, King. Because you done came in about 5 different profiles, so just come on.
What did he say? What was he saying? Who is that? I don't know who that is. But anyways, I know he's still Bud is still talking about, you know, legacy and everything else. He's still big on that. So I'm just curious to see, you know, if he's going, which I'm praying that he just go ahead and move on up, fight Errol at 154. That way we can.
Hey, hold on a second, Key. Hey, Free Stingy, last time you got up here, I let you talk. I didn't holler at you. I sat there and talked. If you want to hop up here, King, you up here with me and my co-host, King, Key. Now, if you want to come up here and talk, you can come up here and talk. I'm not gonna beg you to come up here and talk. You said you want to come up here and talk. Come on up here. Brandon House, salute. You was up here and you was saying stuff that other people didn't agree. And guess what? I didn't get involved. I let y'all talk. I don't police people over here. I let y'all talk and see what y'all have to say. Y'all all grown. Now, like I said, if you want to come up here and talk to us, you can. If not, yeah. A1 hoops up. I timed him out accidentally on purpose. Take that hot shit up on the panel. A1, I don't never question my mods, bro. Whatever y'all do, y'all do. I mean, that's part of being mods. I mean, but like I told him, if he want to come up here, he come up here and talk his thing. And you know, if he ain't on some bullshit, he be all right. And I'll remove it. But if not, you can say what you gotta say and keep moving. It's up to you. If you want to get it removed, come up here and say what you gotta say. If not, then you know, keep it pushing. I ain't gonna keep disrespecting me like you got done earlier today. That's not me. That's not my style. All right, go ahead, Keith.
Okay. And because of Brian King Falcon, he wants to talk about tonight. Let's talk about tonight then, King. I'm gonna keep it what our folks want. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, I just feel like, man, this needs to come on. It's, you know, we got a couple more hours left. I'm ready. I wish it start in 5 minutes instead of 5 hours. Like, for real. Like, and he can't respond again until 2024. A1. But I'm just excited for the fight. I'm ready. Again, y'all know my picks. I got Shakur either by stoppage or unanimous decision, but I'm going with the stoppage. I have Navarrete and Conceição. I got Navarrete winning. I have with the Brian Norman and Quentin Randall, I'm still 50-50. I got Brian Norman edging it out, though. I do have that. That goes 12. Navarrete goes 12.
Shout out Patrick Bill. Salute Upper Echelon Key in chat with the $5 holler. Peace and blessings, Patrick Bill. Soda back. Peace and blessings, King.
And when it comes to Abdullah Mason, as soon as I see Abdullah Mason versus, I'm always gonna pick Abdullah.
I got Abdullah in 3 to 4 rounds. I got Navarrete overwhelming Constancio. I feel like Constancio, he might stop him between the 10th and 12th. If not, they need to stop because Constancio, he usually like I said, Constancio, he's an excellent boxer. This is what I said before. He's a gold medalist. He beat Valdez arguably, but was robbed. And Valdez was on PEDs that night. But we also seen him get beat by Shakur as well. So Robert Constancio, he's a great fighter. But Navarrete, this is his 3rd fight at the division. So his power is going to be a lot more than it was versus Valdez. Just like it was a lot more versus that, I think it was Liam Smith or whoever that dude was. But I told y'all that Valdez power is going to carry once he gets used to the division, and it did. Roberson Constancio, he's used to throwing between 30, 40 punches around, right? And he's used to keeping distance. One thing about Navarrete, he's not going to let you sit back, get comfortable and box. He has a pressure scowl, and he's going to come forward.
Upper, keep cooking. Keep cooking. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay, Constancio, he's not as great off the back foot as he is open stance in the middle of the ring. So when he gets pressed, he's gonna have to go on his back foot or continue with Navarrete's power. And Navarrete, he's awkward. That's his biggest accomplishment. Well, his biggest advantage is his awkwardness. See, he moves like, you know how you see vampires versus lichens. He moves like a lichen. He moves in different shapes. Like that's why Floyd had problems with Maidana, because they don't move like typical fighters, them Argentinians and them people from down there. So you can't really gauge and time them correctly. You have to anticipate where he's going to be. And a lot of times he throws punches from crazy, weird angles, and they have power on it. And see, Constancio is going to get frustrating to him, and it's going to get worse as the rounds go. You got to realize, like I said, Constancio used to throwing 30 to 40 punches around. One thing, shout out to my guy Soda Black in the Cash App, sending a $5 holler. Appreciate you, bro. Peace and blessings. But one thing about it, that awkwardness, and when a person's throwing 100, and you know, Navarrete averages around 100 punches around. So when you got a person throwing 100 punches around, you can't sit back and just throw 30 and 40 punches. If you throw 30 and 40 punches, you're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to drown. So Constancio is going to get brought into a fight that he's not used to fighting. So just say like he's going to be in a 12-round fight this time. So his oil tank is going to reach empty. He had a 12-round fight with Valdez and Shakur, and y'all notice he gasses out. And Brock, I'm going to school you on it. Lichens, they move in an unparalleled way. You got to anticipate where they're going because they move so fast, and they don't move linear. They move in a sequential way. But like I was saying, Navarrete moves in a way that's not graftable. Him, Maidana, they move in a certain way in which, like I said, you have to predict it. And he throws power from different angles that you're not supposed to have power from. But when you're used to doing that, you develop certain muscles where you can do it from that. And Roberson is going to get caught with punches from different angles he don't see coming. And yes, Navarrete's feet ain't the best, but they're the best when he's coming forward. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to come forward. He's going to put Constancio on his back foot. And when Constancio's on that back foot, he's going to have to defend. And he's going to have to throw. And Navarrete throws a lot of punches. He hits the body as well. That's going to sap Constancio's strength. And around the 5th or 6th round, it's going to get too much. And them punches are going to start landing over and over. Constancio is going to try to grab. He's going to try to cover up. And Navarrete, he's like a young Earl. The man starts to get in his groove. The host is a coward. Say, get on to the guy, but keeps blocking the chat. Anyway, yes, CCD boxing. I don't block nobody, you dumbass, man.
And see, there you go again, King. You and your little swoop bang, Mr. Swoop Bang. And I sat there and told you.
Who is this guy?
That's Swoop Bang King. That's Swoop
It
Bang
is.
King. Yeah.
King, come up here. Why are you trolling? Come on up here, King.
And King know the last time he was on my channel, I treated him with respect on the thing. I didn't disrespect him. I let him come up here. I let him get off where he had to get off. I didn't holler or cuss at him. Now, what happened? He pissed the other people off, and they was tearing his ass up there. But hey, I'm not here to save nobody. You know, I just facilitate the action. If a motherfucker starts shooting at a sports bar, I'm getting up out of there. It's not my business. That's what people do. They mind their business.
That's incorrect. Go ahead, Upper.
Yeah, but like I was saying, so that's gonna hurt Conceição. The angles that Navarrete got, his motor, and one thing about Navarrete, he has accumulative power. That means he has power, but his power is not as great as most fighters. But after a while, it accumulates. Just like if you ever been punched in a spot and somebody keep hitting you in that same spot over and over, each time you get hit in that spot, it hurts that much more. And that's what Navarrete do. He has great punch placement for somebody that's so awkward. You wouldn't think that he could land them punches there, but he does. It's his style. And like I said, he's going to press Roberson Conceição. And like I said, don't be surprised if he stops from around the 10-4-11. If not, Roberson Conceição is going to look real bad at 12 rounds. If he makes 12 rounds, he's going to look bad. This is going to take years off his career because he can't handle the volume. He's going to get tired. And like the most Roberson Conceição has thrown in a fight was 512 punches. 512. Navarrete could throw 1,000 in a fight. In a 10-round fight. So yeah, he's about to be pushed to the limit. He better try to punch, and what he has to do, salute Shane Fraser, he's gonna have to punch in between. He's gonna have to try to catch him slipping and time some stuff. But when you got somebody punching in angles and you punching fast and you're punching awkwardly, you can get messed up doing that too. But you gotta watch Navarrete's feet and keep yourself as lateral as can. Because like I said, Navarrete is not good moving his feet. Now, once he gets forward and he gets set, then he's a problem. But as he's trying to walk to you and walk you down, Conceição is going to need to punch while the man's walking and getting set. That's going to be his only window. He's going to have to catch him before he gets set. Because once he gets set, it's going on.
That was a beautiful breakdown. And to correct CCD, when he said, anyway, Shakur Duncan never King. Shakur Duncan Navarrete, again, he said he would rather fight Loma. Same on this panel. It's D writers. Okay. So let's correct something. Navarrete actually recently came out and said that he's not sure about moving up to 135 so quickly. So let's correct that for the record. And number two, Shakur should be going after Lomachenko because Lomachenko did duck him. And they're on the same network.
And it's a bigger fight, you dumbass. I said, yeah, and it's a bigger fight, dumbass. Navarrete's on that network too, but shit, it's a bigger damn fight. Who would not take the bigger name? That's like going up and fighting David Benavidez when you got a Canelo fight. That's dumb as hell. You and Rick Glazer be saying the dumbest shit, King. For real.
Oh, don't make fun of his boss.
Damn.
No, let's bring it. Okay, speaking of that. Go ahead, Upper.
I said, now he just came in with Devin Rob Loma. King, you must be sad not having a life. I would tell you to go get you some ass, but we know that's not going to happen. Now, you might throw some ass, you and your swoop bang, but you know.
I still need to know what hair care products you use to get your bang like that, King. That is really impressive. But speaking of that,
he had a fresh ass bang. That motherfucker was shining too. I said, damn,
How the hell you
Don't
got
he
a
look?
shiny ass bang? He had a shiny ass bang in a muddy ass picture. Like everything else in the picture was blurry except for his bang. I said, damn.
Don't he look like Don't he look like
that was that soul glow? He had that soul glow shining through, boy. Even a dirty ass camera photography couldn't stop that picture.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. I feel like he's trying to go for the. I don't know what type of look. I don't know if he's trying to give me the Vanessa Williams swoop bang from the 90s. You remember that? That was sickening. Or
Man,
is he trying to give the no. Vanessa had one too, or the Holly, or the Vivica Fox. I mean, Vivica had a nice.
That was the Holly from Boomerang bang.
Nah, her bang wasn't that long. See, King got a little length to it.
Oh yeah. So that'll be Swordfish bang then.
Yeah. So yeah, that'd be interesting. But anyways, back to this boxing talk. Somebody get 3 heads up out of here. I don't know who that is. You got so many. Wait a minute, is that Kane?
No,
Sister, you have to
three heads good. 3 heads good.
Never mind. I thought 3 heads was good. I mean, I thought that was a troll count. I didn't read it. Sorry. But I thought that was Kane because he keeps making all these dang on accounts. As soon as somebody time him out, he back in here.
But, he said King. I went and checked this page. 2014 said King is mixed with Golden Shepherd, and he said the only way you can get a bang like that, you got to be part beast. Zulu said Taylor Dane.
Y'all is ruthless. Oh, y'all is ruthless. I feel y'all don't get them. Get them. If you can't join the chat, huh?
A1 said he had 3 heads in the scope. A1, I figured you did. That's why I had to go check them out real quick before y'all opened up on some friendly fire.
Wait a minute, but speaking of Upper, you mentioned something very important. Well, very interesting. You said, why would somebody want to fight? You said, why would someone choose Benavidez over Canelo? So do you think this was an interesting discussion I overheard a couple weeks ago regarding everybody that has ducked Devin Haney? Do you think that Ryan Garcia ducked Devin Haney since he walked away with $30 million from Tank Davis?
We call balls and strikes here, right?
A1, yes, we do. A1.
At the time,
get him up out of there. Get him up out of here. That's a troll account. Go ahead.
At the time, yes, he ducked them. I ain't gonna lie. He had a chance to fight Devin and didn't. Didn't he holler something about mental health?
You said what?
Like I said, I'm a real guy, man. I can't cap. It's not in my nature. So I'm gonna keep it I'm gonna keep it real, right? He ducked him at the time. Now, was it a good duck? Yeah, because he came out making $30 million 2 years later. So but did he duck? Most definitely. I'm not about to uphold bullshit. And at that time, he didn't have a chance against Devin, to be honest, because he didn't have his training. He was still an Instagram star. You know what I'm saying? Now it'll be a good fight. See, I'm glad that he ducked him, honestly, because it wouldn't have been a great fight. It wouldn't have been the fight that it could be now. You know what I'm saying? Both of them names have grown. Devin's a bigger star now, and Ryan most definitely a bigger star. Now that fight actually makes sense. See, back then it really didn't make no sense. It was just 2 undefeated fighters, and all that would have been was a step up for one of them. Like one of them would have got their name up while the other one's name went down. It wouldn't have been beneficial. Now, if they fight, it'll be mutually beneficial to both parties, win or lose. Win or lose, it'll be great because they both will get paid. And
depending on how the fight went and how much it sold, hell, they have a possibility of having a rematch because, you know, it ain't like they ain't 3-3 right now. So, you know, if it sells a lot, you know, it might be a best out of 3. And, you know, the winner get Tank. After Tank and Shakur do they little debacle. You feel me? Like, it's plenty of scenarios because, like I said, Ryan goes after the winner between Barroso and see, Tio know he can't beat Barroso or Harold Davis, right? You hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
But Tio's not dumb. And I want everybody to listen how smart Tio is. Tio is probably the smartest guy. Well, he got some of the smartest team in boxing, right? Tio knows if he fights O'Hara Davies or Barroso, he has about a 60% chance of losing that fight. And then he's going to lose out on that Ryan Garcia's sweepstakes. You feel me? And then everything's going to be lost, right? But Tio is the champion in recess. So Ryan comes over there and dusts off whichever one of them wins the belt, right? With Tio being the champion in recess, he can activate that mandatory. So Ryan done took out the damn danger, and now you got Tio and Ryan fighting for Tio or Ryan's belt that Tio's the champion in recess for. So now not Tio, Rolly. So Ryan and Rolly. So now Rolly, I meant Rolly the whole time, y'all. So Rolly be the champion in recess. So Ryan comes over and beats O'Hara Davies or Barroso, which one wins. And then they take the fight against Rolly, because Rolly most definitely is going to activate his mandatory once Ryan gets that belt. And with him being the champion at recess, he has an automatic bid for that belt, right? So that's the way they get around Rolly having to defend the belt. Let Ryan go ahead and handle the hard work. And then Ryan versus Rolly. Shout out to my guy Brock Howard. With Shakur get a Tank fight after a dominant performance? Honestly, Brock, I'm going to be honest. I don't see him fighting Shakur in the next 2 fights, honestly, because I think they got a big fight lined up right now. And like I said, Bob is hard to deal with. They might wait until Shakur's done with his next fight with Bob, so then Bob is free and clear, and then they can negotiate without Bob Arum, because it'll be a lot easier to negotiate without Bob Arum. That'll be less hands in your pocket.
And also, too, to add to that, Brock, I don't even know. Remember I said Bob Arum is still sharp. He was doing, he's done a few interviews recently, and on one of them, he was saying, Upper, what is that noise?
My bad.
That you, oh. And recently, he said that Shakur is, they're talking about re-signing. So I think that Shakur is going to re-sign to Bob Arum, you guys.
I don't think so.
That's what Bob said on the interview 2 days ago.
You know why? Because if Shakur say anything about not re-signing, Bob will put him on the shelf until he signs. That's what he did to Mikey Garcia. That's what he did to Manny Pacquiao. Bob Arum be keeping them people trapped in contracts.
You said I'm hoping Tank fight Frank next in a few fights. I'm gonna let you guys know. I've been picking up on what I think that's your
King, I appreciate them views, King. Appreciate you, homie.
Upper, is that your microphone? Or is that mine?
Hold on, let me hit the button.
So
that must be me. Hell yeah, okay. A1. $5 haul for A1. Upper trying to quality smash them chips, but it's loud than motherfucker on speaker. Well, let me stop this shit for the next 5 minutes. My bad.
So I think if you guys been listening closely to like what Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny saying, everybody keeps asking when is Tank going to fight again. and they say the same thing. We just waiting for we just waiting for these offers to get signed. I think a couple of these fighters have been in fights or are scheduled to be in fights, and they're just waiting to see who's going to, jump first. I still have my hopes for T.O. next year, but Coach Kenny has been adamant about saying that Tank is at 135, and they still got the 135 division to clear out. So I'm hoping that it can be Frank Martin. I do. I really hope that it can be. He doesn't have any fights lined up. He's also been very quiet lately. So I think that it could be a Frank Martin. And then hopefully we can get a Shakur Stevenson fight. I'm not sure because, okay, let's eliminate Bob Arum out the picture. And let's talk about Jay Prince and Floyd Mayweather and them relationship. That's still on the socket, on tough grounds. I'm sure they'll come together for the money, though, because that's a big money fight. So we'll definitely see how that plays into it. But again, I've said on here, if Shakur and Tank was to fight, you're looking at like a summer, end of the year fight, beginning of 2025. It's not going to be anything immediate. I do not foresee that. Shakur is about to fight today. You need a 3-month turnaround date. And they're already discussing Lomachenko. So I really don't know. I don't think that that's on the table as of yet. But I think Shakur is getting moved perfectly though, because okay, Edwin is the power, Lomachenko is the slick southpaw. You know what I'm saying? So that, and if he defeats both of them, which I have him doing, man, it's going to make that Tank and Shakur fight very interesting. It's going to get a lot of people talking.
Hey, y'all, drop the link for drop the link for King for me, some Thomas Hill, if you in here.
Oh God. Anyways, hey Ariana, you said, Key, they're not looking at Martin. Dang, you know what? To be honest with you, Ariana, and I'm gonna keep it real. Whether it's Shakur, Tank, anybody at 135, y'all better hurry up and get Martin out the way. Y'all better.
Hey, Ariana, Tank and them, they looking at Martin. They looking at him. Because he win one more fight, he gonna be that Mendo.
Well, right now, Pitbull Cruises is mandatory, but that's been silenced. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's why they trying to do Frank Martin versus Pitbull.
Well, I want to see. I need to. I'm hoping that Tank gets in the ring. Well, we know he's getting in the ring in 2024. We just don't know who. Who is Mexican boxing? A Tron. Is 1 minute he's PBC is dead. Next minute is Black Fighters suck. Now it's Mexican boxing. So our sharpshooters have been getting him out the way. I don't know if it's King or not. They're saying that it is, but we'll definitely see who this person is once he get up here, if he chooses to get up here. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's right. I'm happy. I like how Tank has been, been very silent. I like that the anticipation is building. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the move that they're playing. If Tank is moving the way I think he's moving, I'm gonna call it the hit and run tour. Remember Prince, the singer Prince, had the hit and run tour back in a few years ago, before he unfortunately passed away. He would just pop up in different cities doing concerts. I want Tank to do something like that. Like I think all of them big name fighters should do stuff like that. Like have quiet negotiations. You know what I'm saying? Where you put on top of that contract, this is confidential. If it even gets out, everything is off. You know what I'm saying? And
that's how Floyd did it. That's how
it's supposed to be.
That's how Amir Khan lost his fight with Floyd.
Right. I want him to do something like that, like have a hit, because his name is big enough to where if he announced it 2 months in advance or a month in advance, it's still gonna sell. You know what I'm saying? Like and you don't even know who the fighter is going to be. Like he
was mad at Floyd for announcing his fight 1 month in advance, and he was like, "Who you think I am, Michael Jackson?" And he ended up selling out. They go to Link Mexican Boxing. Go ahead and hop up. The link right there.
The link is right there. Waiting on you.
Yeah, that's what I heard too, Queen Ariana. To be honest with you, like how I like, because I'm such a fan of boxing and how I'm team GTD all day. I don't even care who this man fight next, because I know the excitement that he brings to the boxing scene. Like when Tank fought in Georgia, I have family in Georgia. They said the whole Atlanta was sold up. He bought all the girls out, all the men with money was out. Like, you know what I'm saying? The economy in Georgia went up, huh?
When he fought at the Georgia Dome, that shit was litty.
Yeah, like the economy in Georgia. That's why I call him stimulus. Because whenever he puts on a fight in whatever state he go to, whatever city, that city is going to benefit tremendously just off of hotel, gambling, the corner stores, everybody getting their drinks, the drug man getting his money. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody come up.
But what I was gonna say, right? For one, Devin's sitting here doing that call Tank out while he got a fight thing again. He's calling Tank out more adamantly like now. He talking about he's free in December. So when December comes, I don't want to hear no bull crap. I want to hear him reaching out, trying to make a deal with Tank, since he called Tank name out. And Tank said he wants Devin. So we got confirmation from the Wolf, and we got confirmation from the Dream. So we don't want this fight to be a dream. If you say, but one thing that Bill Haney's doing, he talking about he want the same thing Ryan Garcia. First off, you don't bring the eyes that Ryan Garcia do. You don't have 20 million followers. Like I say, 15% is double what you made in your last fight. Honestly. And no, 15% is double what you made in your biggest fight. That's what I'm saying. So I want to hear that stuff about percentages when the fight. Matter of fact, if I was Gervonta Tank and his team, I would give Devin a flat $10 million fee. That's an 8-figure payday. That's twice as much as he's ever got. I will give him a $10 million, since he said it's for the legacy. Since he said Tank is for his legacy, I will give him anywhere between 8 to 10 million. That's more than he made in any fight or will make in a fight. And if he doesn't take that, then he ducking. And that's what I say right there. If with me and being Tank, I would do just like Canelo Alvarez. I will give you a flat fee. Either you take it or leave it. And I make sure the fee is bigger than what you've ever made. So people won't say I'm lowballing you. Just like you talking about lowballing Shakur. I will make sure that people can't say I'm lowballing. And I will give you a flat fee. And that's how I would rock if I was Tank.
Yeah, I would say 10 million too. I wouldn't, you know what, to be honest with y'all, it really depends on why. Oh my goodness, Mexican boxing. What do you want me to answer? Yeah, that girl supported.
The link is right there, Mexican boxing. You said you want the link. Either get on the link or shut the hell up, dog. Damn. I did what you asked. The link is there. Damn, King. Why you let guys smack you like you a girl and treat you so kind of rude? Damn.
Lord have mercy. But exactly. But
like Fanon told you this morning, get off my nuts.
Yeah. But I don't, I think that what was we talking about? He just ruined the whole thing. What were you saying, Upper? What'd you rewind and say? I can't even think of what I was about to say. He irritating as always.
I can't remember because he's dumbass. I can't remember.
Right, thank you. You did exactly what you were trying to do.
About Tank doing 10 million.
Yeah. See, it depends on what this pay-per-view here do. And I say that because we don't know. Like, okay, so when you have successful events back to back to back, you're able to get an average of how many people you can expect to want, to join this event that's going to come, whether it's putting butts in the seat or it's pay-per-view watchers. You pretty much know. So we know with Tank, he's going to get around 300,000 or more pay-per-view buys, and he's always going to sell out, right? He's been selling out for a very long time. So we know what he's bringing. Now, as it pertains to the other fighters outside of Ryan Garcia, that's still a little choppy. No disrespect, but it's still a little choppy. We still don't know what numbers they're bringing to the table. So, to be honest with you, by Devin going around and saying, and his team are saying that he can get up to $6 million for this fight, I wouldn't say 10. I would say between 7.5 to 8. That's my thing. I would say 7.5 to 8, flat fee, take it or leave it. I think 10 is given too much leeway to speculation of, sales and if it's the straps and everything else. Yeah.
I do it 10 million, right? So if he don't take it, he's a duck, because it's gonna be double what he's made easily. Because I hate to say it, but his next pay-per-view, this one Regis, it won't do 100,000 people, and we call balls and strikes. And I'm not pulling my nuts on the guy because I'm gonna buy it twice. This shit don't do 100,000. Now you're gonna have the people who's the Devin Haney is gonna say it does about 300,000-400,000, but on paper it's not gonna do 100,000. It's not. It's just not, especially with the Zone's pay-per-view. Now, not to say it wouldn't do more on Showtime. On Showtime, I'd probably give it about 125, maybe 175. It would at least break even. But on the Zone, it's about the hemorrhage money. Not lose, but hemorrhage. It's about to be an open Vila gate, and it's about to lose a lot of money like BLK did on the Terrence fight. I'm telling you now. You got too many daggone stars on here that's not going to take minimum wage. And then you got the two, you got Regis and you got Devin, both of them wanting to get paid. Yeah, this fight going to hemorrhage money. That's why if I was Tank, I'd give him a 10 million flat fee. You getting 7 figures. This is by far your biggest paycheck. You ain't going to get nothing like this. Either accept the terms or you duck.
Well, the reason why I say, go ahead. Sorry.
And I will post, and if he ducks, I will post the terms of the contract for everyone to see. Like, you had a chance to save your leader, but you didn't.
Well, I would say the reason why I would say between 6 and 8 is another thing that we got to think about is with Ryan Garcia. See, people think that his percentage was just 30 mil off top, because I know that Bill is asking for 25 million to fight Tank.
No,
but we also have to, right? But we have to realize that that's not the case. Ryan actually was offered 2.5 plus back end. See, he got all of his money on the back end, from my understanding.
No, King, what I do, I support the Hebrew God, right? And my God don't like you, to be honest. And I'll show you in the Bible where he says that you're nothing but spittle in a bucket. So yeah. Either hop up here or, and look, if he don't hop up here, man, y'all don't time him out. Hide his ass. If he don't hop up here, just keep hiding him. I'm tired of seeing him type. He interrupting Keys ending.
But that's why I'm saying, if I'm not mistaken, Ryan got 2.5 plus back end, and that's how he was able to make 30 M's as he called it. So and then we know with Pitbull, he made about 600K. And I think that's pretty much the ballpark, 600. I think that's on a lesser end before Tank became who he was. And then we got the 2.5. I think Leo was paid like around 1 or 2.
Leo got over 3.
Oh, got over 3. Okay, so then Pedraza probably got that same too, right?
Yeah, Rolly was about to get like 4, right? But he got pulled out, so Pitbull stepped in as a replacement and got 600K, because Pitbull's last fight was 25K. But to step in for Rolly, they paid him 600K. Mario Barrios got over 4 mil. So
exactly. So that's why I'm saying, like, he has to keep it within, you know what I'm saying, his of what he's been able to pay fighters to fight. You get what I'm saying?
I mean,
but he also has to be fair.
Well, he still got to respect the fact that Devin does have 3 belts. People say belts don't matter. Devin is still the undisputed. Well, he's the former undisputed champ. All right, we can say belts don't matter, right? but Devin is still the name. That's his bane of his existence. And sometimes to get what you want, you have to pay. Now, giving this man a $10 million flat fee is not going to hurt Tank because their gate is going to do $25 million off the gate. So that's $15 million to himself after they do the gate. And then they got the damn pay-per-view money and the vendors. He already got his $10 million. So we got $15 million already. Plus we got the pay-per-view numbers, the vendors, everything. And see, she won with her 10, but she lost the Galaxy. I mean, a nation in the same thing. Lost his whole team.
Yeah.
The Devin Knights just took a blow.
That's how I feel. Devin ain't coming back to 135, so them belts are null and void. I get it. But they gonna use that for leverage. They gonna hang on to them until the strip start happening. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. But Upper, I gotta wrap this up. We'll be back on here. We'll be back on here in a few hours, y'all. After the fight, win, lose, or draw for our fighters, our predictions. If you missed it, rewind the tape. Otherwise, everything is Shakur, Neverett. What's the other guy name?
Brian Norman
Jr. and Abdullah Mason. Those are our picks for today, y'all. So win, lose, or draw. However these fighters come back, man, y'all already know we love boxing more. And we will continue to support these boxers regardless if our picks win or lose, or draw. So I want to thank everybody for coming in through here. At all things, as always, thank you, King. Thank Luke Kane. My thing is, if they just as good as Tank, why the numbers don't show it? They all got the same exposure. We can definitely cook on that tonight and tomorrow.
The same reason why other fighters aren't like Wilder, because they're not exciting like Wilder. He's a knockout artist. When people watch a fight, watching a fight is like getting a full course meal. You got your soup and salad, you got your appetizers, you got your main course, and you got your dessert. Now you get a good fight where they're boxing. That's your super salad. You get some controversy. When you get some action in there, like some good shots, that's your appetizer. Then you get where they get to the nitty gritty after they get into the fight, like around the 4th or 5th round, when leather starts getting thrown. You got your main course, and then a person get dropped and everything, and then you got the dessert after he gets knocked out. Like a man finishes it up. Like you want your meal to be complete. Like after he knocks them out, it's complete. Your meal is not complete unless you can clean your plate. You got to take all 5 of them courses down. Like, just like a great story. You get your climax, and then you got the anti-climax. After he gets dropped or knocked down, and the dessert is if they stalling out before they get finished. That's the dessert. When they saying the winner's name and everything, that's your dessert. But peace and blessings to all y'all, and let Key say her final word, and we out.
Michael White, salute to you, King. Brian King Falcon, the King. How you doing? Thank you for coming through. Dank Luke Kane, Zulu Lion 1, Expensive Paper. It's good to see you. It's really good to see you. That whole boy, shout out to you. Brock Howard, shout out to you, King. Thank you for coming through. Let's see. Gotta scroll through these people that were timed this troll in here. Dean, by any means, I subscribe to you, King. Shout out to you. Peace and blessings to y'all channel. If y'all haven't, subscribe to Dean by any means, man. He is definitely somebody I look forward to hearing from when I'm listening to Boxing Talk. That brother be bringing some heat. So shout out to you, Dean. Rick Timms. Good luck to your boy Quinn Randall. Have fun at the party tonight, the boxing party. I know y'all about to be turned up. Thank you for coming through, Rick Timms. Shout out to, let's see, the Queen Ariana. Thank you, Queen, for coming through. Shout out to Shane Frazier. And trying to make sure, A1 Hoop Zone. Thank you for your donations. Brock Howard, thank you for your donations. Thank you for supporting Upper's channel with what he's trying to do. He's definitely building a bigger and stronger platform and I'm excited to see it as it grows. I'm definitely blessed to be able to witness it firsthand. 3 Heads, shout out to you, King. My fault. I thought you were trolling. I didn't know. But shout out to you, King. Shout out to Black all day, every day. That's how to be. Let's see who else is in here in the chat. I think I got everybody. If I didn't, my apologies. If I did not get everyone, Frequent Flyer, Bullet Gibson, Thomas Hill, thank you guys for coming on to the panel, holding it down while I was busy at work. Shout out to Between Rounds TV. Thank you for coming through.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Shout out to my guy, Demetrius Bright, with the $5 super sticker. He say Quentin and Robinson Casasio upsets.
All right, make sure you come back to talk about it.
All right, and shout out to Miss Bitch.
Shout out Miss B. Shout out to you, Queen. Thank you for coming through. If I missed anybody, my apologies. Robert Hill, thank you for coming through, King. Shavod Hall, thank you for coming through. Anybody else? Calvin Elliott, everybody's coming through right now. Shout out to all of you guys. Thank you guys for coming through. God bless y'all families. And Adam Hurley, Otto Wallen will be Anthony Joshua. He's 26-1 and no joke. Yeah, we said the same thing. So you get we ain't rebutting that one.
Hey, Demetrius Bright. I'm gonna tell you like this, Demetrius. I'm gonna tell you like this, Casasio in trouble because he's only used to throwing maybe 35, 40 punches around. You got Navarrete that'll throw off 100. Plus, he's gonna walk him down. Casasio is not that fast on the feet. He got good open stance fighting, but on the back foot he's trash. And so the angles that Navarrete give him, the awkwardness is going to be too much. Expect him to slow down around the 5th and 6th round. He might get stopped between the 10th and 12th. Navarrete going to walk through him. But peace and blessings, homie. And thanks for the $5 super stick.
And Mr. Murad Arawak, I've never seen you here. Good evening from the UK. What did I miss? King, come back. We're going to have the post night, the post commentary on the fight in a few hours once the fights wrap up. Thank you for coming through. Shout out to the UK, man. Dang, Upper, you getting the UK love. Let's get it.
Yeah, my man Murad Arawak be up in here. You missed a good show, Murad. You might want to rewind it.
Navarrete looks drained. We shall see, bro. Let's see.
Hey, again, that's the way he looked before the Valdez fight. He'll be straight today.
But thank you guys. Yes, Adam Hurley. Go Edwin. So shout out to y'all. God bless you and y'all families, man. Have a good night. Please support the fights that's on tonight, man, so we can continue to get these great boxing matches in the future. Upper, shout out to you, your family. God bless you. Thank you for this opportunity to allow me to continue to come on here. Shout out to your wife, your beautiful queen, for lending you to us for a couple hours out the day. You know, this stuff takes a lot of time, commitment, and with everything that we both have going on, we come here not just to talk, but we truly enjoy the sport. So shout out to you, Upper. As always, I'm out. I'll see y'all in a few hours. It's fight night. It's fight week. Let's get it.
I see y'all at KQKC in about 3 hours, y'all. Peace and blessings to all.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga.
Also, make sure y'all check out Just Do. He live right now.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga leaving. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave him holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drill in the spill. 7.62 gon' split. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. SK smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. Smoke. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga leaving nigga They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason.